back to pass, looking, now getting pressure, and he's taken down.
10. Does he get in?
He dove in.
No, they have him at the 1 or 2 yard line.
To McGee, left side, stiff arms, gets out of bounds. Hands it, no, he's
going to keep it, and he gets absolutely drilled.
Donovan going for it all. He's got a wide open man. Pope, touchdown, Spartans!
How is it that Bickford Ford in Snohomish is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford store? Maybe it's the Ford F-Series, America's most popular truck brand for 48 years. The extensive inventory, nearly 10 acres of it. Could it be location? Beautiful Snohomish? That all counts, but more likely it's the Bickford family, committed to the community since 1934. Discover the value, respect, and savings that can only happen at family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish, bickford.net.
We don't really think about it until this happens. Don't get backed up. Call a Wesco Septic Service. They are the sustainable, environmentally friendly choice. A Wesco uses a recycling process that returns clear, clean water. They offer septic service and repair for both King and Snohomish counties. A Wesco Septic Service is a local, family-owned business, so you can count on reliable, environmentally friendly service. Call them today.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
We don't really think about
Les Schwab changed the tire game.
No more distractions. No more electric tanks. No more gender confusion. No more climate change worship. We are laser focused on our mission of warfighting.
We will measure our success not only by the battles we win, but also by the wars we end, and perhaps most importantly, the wars we never get into. It's called peace through strength.
You look into the eyes of these young Americans who are giving up the best years of their life in a uniform to serve their nation. They are incredible.
Through our power and might, we will lead the world to peace. Our friends will respect us, our enemies will fear us, and the whole world will admire the unrivaled greatness of the United States military. We will replenish the pride of our armed forces, end the recruitment crisis.
We don't fight because we hate what's in front of us. We fight because we love what's behind us.
God bless you. God bless our armed forces. God bless our men and women serving overseas. And God bless the United States of America.
For a huge Wesco 3A South football game. It is on the line tonight. One of these teams will win the Wesco 3A South Championship. Will it be the undefeated Mountlake Terrace Hawks or the one loss in league play Edmonds-Woodway Warriors? Welcome to the Seattle Sports Game of the Week. My name is Steve Willits. I've got Dave Kostyk here doing color with me, Amp Harrell on the sideline, and we've got the 5-tool player, Todd Elvig, up here running the show. And we are just about ready to go. Running a little bit late tonight as we had a soccer game right before this. Edmonds-Woodway defeating Jackson 3-1 in that game, followed by senior night for the Mountlake Terrace Hawks. players and cheer squad getting introduced before the game. Players are meeting on the field right now, and we have about 3.5 minutes left on the clock as we get ready for kickoff. The stands are filling up. The excitement is in the air. We're ready for some Wesco football tonight. We'll take a break, and we'll come back and give you the starting lineups. Again, you are listening to the Seattle Sports Game of the Week right here on STSPN Sports, presented by Bickford Ford.
Seattle Sports on YouTube.
It's amazing.
Have you subscribed? Brock and Salk.
Baseball, man.
Bump and Stacy.
There is always fire.
Wyman and Bob.
Phenomenal.
Stream the local sports leader live on YouTube. Seattle Sports.
I never know if I'm...
Mountlake Terrace won the toss and deferred to the second half. Edmonds-Woodway will receive and attack the south goal. Gentlemen, shake hands. We're on the clock. Let's play some game.
Tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
And welcome back to the Seattle Sports Game of the Week, presented by STN Sports and presented by Bickford Ford. Mountlake Terrace Hawks coming into the game with a 7-0 overall record. They are 5-0 in league play. Edmonds-Woodway 4-1 in league play with a 5-2 overall record. This is the last game before we go into crossover games, and we'll talk about what that means here in just a moment. But first, the national anthem is about to be performed, and we will quiet our mics to listen to that. And there we go, Mountlake Terrace wearing the home dark uniforms tonight. Edmonds-Woodway, even though it is their stadium at their school, it is a district stadium, and they are the road white uniforms tonight. Edmonds-Woodway being coached by Joe Roth, first-year head coach. He's familiar with the program. He worked under John Gradwell, who was the longtime head coach here from 2014 through 2019. That's when Roth was the assistant. Came back this year to take over the team, and so far, things are off to a good start. 5-2 overall. Mountlake Terrace, coached by Malloy in his 6th season. Malloy, who's done a fantastic job here at Mountlake Terrace. The first time in the school's 65-year history that they are undefeated this late in a season, trying to wrap up their first ever Wesco regular season league title, and they would do that with a win tonight. Mountlake Terrace kicking the ball off. Edmonds-Woodway set to receive, and we are just about ready to get underway here. Crowds continuing to fill in a little bit. We mentioned a soccer game right before this. Not a bad Thursday night. A little bit on the chilly side, but no rain. Probably a good thing we're playing this game tonight and not tomorrow night, as the rain is a-coming. And Kyan Harney, the kicker for Mountlake Terrace, puts the ball up in the air, and we are underway. It goes over the head of the return man. That was Nathan Schlack, who had a 91-yard touchdown against Mountlake Terrace last season, a game Mountlake Terrace won by the score of 28-13. And Edmonds-Woodway coming onto the field for the first time tonight, led out there by the quarterback, George Gizzy. Gizzy, 68% passing this season, 11 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. And he's got 4 receivers out there, 2 to each side. Pause there for a moment. Back in the shotgun formation, and we are underway. Looks to throw out into the flat. Ball was dropped. Number 14, Jacob Ramos, intended receiver there. Ramos just could not hold on to it. We'll bring up 2nd and 10. We'll get you some starters here in just a minute. Dave Koscheck, back up here in the booth. We used to do this about 10 years ago quite a bit.
It was about 10 years ago. Thanks for inviting me back. This is an exciting, perfect night.
Yeah, nice night for football, and a big game at that. We're not used to that around here, so we'll talk about that as the night goes on. Hike and met in the backfield and dropped immediately. That's number 22, Owen Boswell. We're going to call his name a lot tonight, both offensively and defensively. The junior is kind of a machine for this team. He's got over 700 yards rushing. He's got 14 touchdowns on the ground, and you know what? He can play a little defense, too. We're going to spot the ball at the 19-yard line, call it a 1-yard loss. And, Dave, did you get the running back on that play? I don't even know if I caught that when he got hit so quickly. Number 22 was wearing him. Gizzy looks to throw, scrambles out to the side, throws it into the right flat. Tackled and trying to fight for that first down yardage, but I don't think he's going to get it. Coming up just a little bit short. And that's number 3, Zachary Gizzy. Brother throwing to brother there. They needed to get to the 30 for the first down. Big play here.
Mountlake Terrace, that's their first of the game.
Mountlake Terrace getting called for the sideline warning. A little less than a yard to go. Edmonds-Woodway, knowing they don't want to put the ball in the hands of Mountlake Terrace this early in the game. Huge risk right here. Mountlake Terrace scoring over 42 points per game this season. You don't want to give them the ball inside the 30 for their first possession. 4th and 1, here we go. Receiver goes in motion. The handoff and getting the first down and spinning for even more and carrying a convoy of players down to the 40-yard line. And that is Carmelo LaRocca. LaRocca going for an 11-yard gain on the play. Speaking of runners, 565 yards this season and 13 touchdowns are LaRocca stats. And Dave, gutsy move there early, paying off for the Warriors.
You talk about how good the weather is. There's no precipitation on the field. Both pass plays were drawn up correctly. One was for 10 yards. The other bounced off the receiver's hand. So they stuck on the ground that time and got more than the one they needed.
So their first down of the game, ball on the 40 now. Gizzy looks over the middle, fires and completes it. Past the midfield marker, finding his receiver. That's Jacob Ramos. He dropped one earlier, makes up for it now, and we've got a penalty on the play. Amp Harrell down on the field. Amp, did you see what happened there?
I was following the movement of the play, the motion downfield, but it looks like this is probably going to be a late hit or a roughing the quarterback. We'll see. Okay,
so the gain on the play, and it looks like they're going to spot it.
Foul. Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer.
Defense number 77. That's a 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run and an automatic first down.
So Ramos gets 16 yards on the reception, tack on another 15 on the end of that. And Ryan Pineda, the senior, getting flagged for that one on the play. Offensive line tonight for Edmonds-Woodway. You've got Edison Belizaire is the left tackle. Alex White is the left guard. The center, Joey Pierre. Max Eldridge is your right guard. And your right tackle, Alexander Archie. Ramos, Zachary Gizzy, George Gizzy. Already talked about them. And LaRocca making up the rest of the starting lineup. And Joaquin Escondon when they use the H-back in there as well. Snap, looking, Gizzy gets hit from behind, fumbles the football, and it looks like the Hawks have recovered it. Think that might have been Jackson Wallace making the hit from behind there. We'll see if we get a replay on that one. Holding up the football, big number 56, Liam Moore. Look what I found. Replay being shown right now, and that is Jackson Wallace. Wallace getting right on through there. The 6'2", 215-pound sophomore.
Quarterback was back in the pocket way too long. He had a 3-step drop and time, but when he had to go to 5 and 6 seconds, pocket collapsed and his blind side got hit.
So a minute and 54 seconds into the game, the Hawks with the football for the first time tonight at their own 33-yard line. Mason Wilson under center. He's not only the quarterback, he's also the leading rusher on this team, as well as number 22, Owen Boswell. We got a flag on the play. That was Cody Akinayaka getting the carry there. One of the other starting running backs.
No flag.
And they decided to pick the flag up. They're waving it off there, so we're going to look at a gain of around 3 yards. Maybe I'm being generous there. Ball sits between the 35 and 36. Akanayaka averaging 6.7 yards per carry, 348 yards rushing. Also a pretty darn good football player, or basketball player rather. And Mason Wilson, the junior, looking to pass this time. He's going to go deep and just overshooting the wide receiver. That's Andrew McBride, one of the starting receivers, the 6', 190 junior. Dave, I told you a minute ago, don't expect a lot of passing off air. Mason Wilson's only thrown, from what we can see, 59 passes in 7 games. Decided to go with the element of surprise early.
Terrace coaching staff was wishing Edmonds-Woodway staff thought like you were, but it's pretty good coverage, but like you said, just overthrown.
And nice job there. So Wilson, who, by the way, has only thrown 1 interception this season. The 2 starting quarterbacks combining for 19 touchdown passes and 1 INT between them. And here's the snap. This is what we're used to seeing. Mason looking to run, looking for the edge, cuts it back up, lunges forward, does a nice job to get a gain of 8 on the play. That's going to move the chains. It was 3rd and 7. He gets 1 extra yard than what was needed. And Mason Wilson with his first carry of the night. Here's your two-headed monster right here. Mason Wilson averages 10.8 yards per carry, 758 yards on the season. He had a 95-yard touchdown run earlier this year as well. 10 touchdowns for him as a runner. We already mentioned Owen Boswell, number 22. He also likes to run whenever he gets a chance. And we haven't even seen him carry the ball yet, so I'm sure that's coming here in just a moment.
Yeah, Mason looked very patient on that. Wait for his blockers to get in front of him, meet up with somebody, then lunge forward, and that last extra lunge got him the first down.
Just how they teach it, right? Oh, our screen just went out there. We'll try to get that back in a minute. Receiver in motion. Handoff. Akanayaka carrying once again. Finding not a lot of room to run. He's going to try to lunge forward for a couple of yards anyway. Maybe he got 3 on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 7. A little bit of a surprise here so far. 4 offensive plays in. Owen Boswell yet to touch the ball. 8:45 to go in the game, or in the quarter rather. Scoreless first quarter thus far. Edmonds-Woodway marching about halfway down the field before turning the ball over on a quarterback sack and fumble. Hawks with their first possession. Wilson fakes the one handoff, finally gives it to the other running back. And there we go, there's number 22, Owen Boswell, first carry of the night. He's going to get ahead for about 2 yards, maybe 3 on the play. We'll call it 3. Ball, the tip of the ball rather, right on the 50. 3rd down and 4 coming up. Mountlake Terrace with 1 first down already. Trying to keep it going here. 2 running backs in the backfield. Akanayaka as well as Boswell. Boswell on Wilson's right, Akanayaka on the left. Little flinch there from the defense, but they don't go over the line of scrimmage. Play clock down to 6 as Wilson assessing the situation. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's looking to throw again. Out into the flat, he's got Boswell. Boswell sticking that hand forward, a la Russell Wilson back in the day, trying to get that extra yard. And it looks like they're going to spot him 1 yard short of the first down. And Malloy with a decision to make now as Mountlake Terrace looking at their first 4th down of the night. Look for the line to do some damage here. The offensive line for the Hawks. Liam Moore starting left to right. Liam Moore, Colin Bellacourt, Andre Dagre, Ryan Pineda, and Bakar Khan. Whistle being blown. Malloy says, let's take a quick timeout and talk about this 4th and 1.
Mountlake Terrace. That's their
we'll
first
keep it here if that works for Todd Elvig, just in case.
This will be a full 60-second timeout.
Full 60. We want to take a 30, Todd. Sure, we'll take a 30 and be right back. You don't want to go anywhere. 4th down coming up right here on STSPN.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
And we're back. 4th and 1 coming up here for the Mountlake Terrace Hawks. First possession of the game for the Hawks. Got to get to the 46. And Akinayaka goes in motion. Wilson's going to keep it himself. He's past the 45. Gets ahead to the 42-yard line, a gain of 5. And the second first down here in the drive for Mountlake Terrace. 7:26 to go now, first quarter. We mentioned this earlier. Mountlake Terrace with a 5-0 record in league play. That's Wesco 3A South. You play 6 games, so a round robin of 7 teams. Handoff right up the middle. Anayaka getting forward, past the markers, and gets another first down. Gain of 11 on the play. We'll call it 10, just a little bit past that first down marker. Moving the chains one more time. And Mountlake Terrace in hurry-up mode right now. They've got Edmonds-Woodway back on their heels. 3 running backs set here. Wilson hands off to Anayaka again. Cody getting a lot of work here early. That time off the left side, ahead to the 25. And a gain of 7. Turn down the official's whistle there just a little bit. Make sure you can hear it. Mountlake Terrace team that had 320 yards rushing against Edmonds-Woodway last year.
This will be a full 60-second timeout.
And they're well on their way right now, it looks like. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. You're watching STSPN's Seattle Sports Game of the Week. Is there a way to turn that whistle down a little bit?
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over.
I am the beast.
And we're back. Mountlake Terrace coming out of the timeout. 2nd and 3 rather on the 25-yard line. Handoff up the middle. A little bit of a sleight of hand there, if you will. Owen Boswell's going to carry the football. And right now the Mountlake Terrace Hawks used to hear about 3 yards in a cloud of dust. We got little pellets out there now. It's turf, but it's 7 or 8 yards a pop right now.
It's more than that. And on the ground, they're not being stopped. Seems like 3 yards was their shortest rush so far.
Edmonds-Woodway's worst nightmare after last year's game. We started to mention it earlier. 320 yards on the ground for Mountlake Terrace in this game some 362 days ago. And we got whistles there as ball's at the 13-yard line. I think our crowd mic might have just gone out, so hopefully we're still on. But right now, Mountlake Terrace looking at a 2nd and 7 on the 13. Kind of a win, if you will, for Edmonds-Woodway on that play.
Glass half full, Archer Willits.
3-yard gain after giving up 7-8 yards a chunk. Let's see if they're at bend but don't break defense right now as the Hawks starting this drive on their own 33-yard line. 5:42 to go first quarter. Eli Megan, the receiver, goes in motion, and the whistles are going to blow.
We got a timeout, Mountlake Terrace.
Timeout, Mountlake Terrace. That's their second of the half. They have 1 remaining.
Well, they say you can't.
This will be a 45-second timeout.
You can't take those timeouts with you, and I guess both teams are starting to use them up here in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey, Amp, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I had to move closer because I kept losing you.
Yeah, Todd just wanted me to check with you to see if he could hear you.
Yeah, I could barely hear Todd.
So why did my mic go out? I mean, I couldn't hear anything for about a minute there. Was that okay? Or was that just the crowd thing?
I heard
Okay, you can
Steve,
hear me
I
the whole
heard
time?
you the whole time,
Okay.
but you were right about the crowd. I couldn't hear the crowd.
I thought maybe we went out.
10 seconds. What was that?
Imp, if you ever got anything, too, just give me a little sign and all. And here we go, 5:37 to go, first quarter. Mountlake Terrace 2nd and 7 on the Edmonds-Woodway 13. Still scoreless here in the first quarter. And a handoff right up the middle. Owen Boswell to the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrace. Boswell picking up a 13-yarder with 5:32 to go here in the first quarter. That's his 15th touchdown of the season for the junior. And nothing too tricky about that. Right up the middle. Great job by his O-line. Barrels through the defense. And it looks like the Hawks are going to kick the extra point here. For a quick second, I thought maybe they were going to surprise us. They're accustomed to going for the extra point. And Kyan Harvey, perfect 7 for 7 in their last game. Trying to keep that going. Akanayaka in place and ready to hold. Ball is down, kick is up, and it's right through the uprights. Each team with one possession thus far. We are just a little more than halfway through the first quarter. It is Mountlake Terrace 7, Edmonds-Woodway 0.
How is it that Bickford Ford in Snohomish is Western
maybe I'll
Washington's
come to you in a minute. Here's
#1
over.
Ford store?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the Ford F-Series, America's most popular truck brand for 48 years. The extensive inventory, nearly 10 acres of it. Could it be location? Beautiful Snohomish? That all counts, but more likely it's the Bickford family, committed to the community since 1934. Discover the value, respect, and savings that can only happen at family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish, bickford.net.
And welcome back to Edmonds Stadium. Thursday night football. It is the Seattle Sports Game of the Week, and a great one at that. Edmonds-Woodway fielding the kickoff right on the 1-yard line. They're going to bring it out. Out to the 15, trying to get ahead to the 20. And a handful of tacklers in there. Eli Megan, number 4, on the tackle for the Hawks, as that was Jacob Ramos bringing out the kick. Dave, you've got some stats for us from that drive for Mountlake Terrace.
Total drive was 69 yards. Only 4 of it was in the air from Mason. He also had 8 yards on the ground. Cody with 30 on the ground, and Owen with 27 and the touchdown on the ground.
Look at you going first names. It's like you know these guys.
I know Wilson and Boswell, but Cody's last name.
You don't want to try Akanayaka, huh?
Akanayaka. Okay.
Akanayaka. I got to get it right. I've worked with Mom in the past over at Briar Terrace Middle School. Here we go. A throw from Gizzy. Ball's completed, and then it's not. It looks like it might have been picked off. Let's see what they're going to call. They're going to say it did touch the ground. Ball was intended for Joaquin Escondone. The another Escondone brother. We've got brother Cruz on the team. Diego also coming through the program. Dad Steve teaches at the school. A lot of Escondones. Really, really good baseball family, too, I might add, as Coach Somoza could attest to. 5:19 to go, first quarter. The snap. Gizzy rolling out to his right, looking to throw. Throws it out into the flat right along the sideline. Getting those tippy toes down, brother to brother. That's George throwing to Zachary, his senior brother on the play. They're going to spot him right at the 27-yard line, enough to move the chains. And Edmonds-Woodway, I believe their third first down here in the first quarter. Coming back up to the line right now. I've already given you the Edmonds-Woodway offensive starters. We'll get the defensive players in for the Hawks in just a moment. Flag is thrown, and in fact, they're just going to go ahead and say, you know what? Let's just go ahead and blow the whistle.
Something look weird there when the quarterback doesn't know the ball's coming to him.
Quarterback didn't know. The running back was slamming on the brakes. That was LaRocca once again.
Prior to the snap, false start, pretty much everyone except the center. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
And you know, I didn't get the name of the white hat earlier. I'm pretty sure that's Jeff Sedaris right there. We've worked with Jeff before. We'll make sure. We got a bunch of officials right outside of our window here, so we'll get that later.
And that's his version of marching to
We're
your
out of bounds.
drum. For the center, yeah.
Pretty much.
They never snapped the ball.
Pretty much everybody, he says.
Play before was out of.
Here we go. Ball snapped. Handoff up the middle. And fighting forward there. Number 5 on the play as Carmelo LaRocca getting the carry there. So it was 1st and 15. Now we're looking at a 2nd and 12. We're going to turn Jeff's mic off there in a minute as he continues to talk into our ear there. We got to teach the official how to turn off his mic. He might be the third one tonight. Here we go. Ball is snapped, throw over the middle, and incomplete. Threw that one just a little bit behind Jacob Ramos. Your defense for the Mountlake Terrace Hawks, by the way. Liam Moore is one defensive lineman. DeAndre Dogry is the other one. Jackson Wallace, we've already called on a sack and a fumble forced, as well as Bakar Khan. Your linebackers, Owen Boswell, Andrew McBride, and Mason Lawrence. And your defensive backs, Aaron Hatfield, Eli Megan, Cody Ekanayake, and Jacob Gomez. Looking to throw. Gizzy gets hit again. The ball's loose. Fumble, and the Hawks have recovered it. Liam Moore recovered the last fumble. This time he forces it. Here's the replay right here. Goes out of camera for a minute. Moore throws him down. And it looks like, did Jackson Wallace actually recover that one? It was either Wallace or Mason Wilson. So Moore and Wallace might have just returned the favor on one another. You sack him one play, I'll recover, and then the opposite.
Like both sacks were a result of a good coverage downfield, a coverage sack. Because he had to throw it 3 steps, but when he had to go to 5 or more, that's when, again, the pocket collapsed and he didn't protect the ball.
So the Hawks are taking over on the Edmonds-Woodway 20. 4:32 to go here, first quarter, already with a 7-0 lead. And we're going to get a whistle there. Owen Boswell went in motion. It looks like we're going to get a little...
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 76.
Movement
That's a 5-yard penalty.
from the line.
It's still first down.
DeAndre Degray getting called. Hey, the only time the linemen ever get called is when they get a penalty, right? The one bad thing about having the microphone on the official, I guess, if you will. So the Hawks now 1st and 15 on the 25-yard line. Boswell fakes like he's going in motion, comes right back. Wilson fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Lunging forward, getting tackled from behind. A nice job there by Alexander White, one of the captains on the Edmonds-Woodway team. Just wrapped up Wilson and said, "You're not going any further." Just kind of had to ride him there for a moment, but kept him in place. Kept the gain to a mere 2 yards on the play.
2 yards. I'll borrow my glasses. That looks like...
Went from the 25 to the 23.
2 yards.
Okay.
No, that was
that's your Mountlake Terrace math right there.
That was the worst rush so far for Mountlake Terrace. 2 yards.
He lunged for one at the end. That might have been the confusion. There is fakes the hand up to Boswell, looking to pass over the middle. Incomplete, and he had a man open. And you know who knows it even more so than Mason Wilson? Andrew McBride. You think he wanted the touchdown there?
It's like, how many passing touchdowns have we had this year? We're going to finally get one.
McBride thought that was his moment there for a quick second. Was not meant to be. Ball falls to the turf. And the Hawks look in a position they haven't been in really tonight. 3rd and long.
Well, how's their kicker? Is this 4-down territory?
Kicker can kick a little bit, so we'll see what they decide to do here. I'm sure that Coach Malloy would rather not, but so we'll see what he's going to do here. Edmonds-Woodway looking to make a stand here. Eli Megan going in motion on the left side. Wilson drops back, looks, throws into the flat. Penalty flag right at the line of scrimmage as the ball is incomplete. Ball was intended for Jackson Wallace, the tight end. Coverage there was LaRocca on the play.
Appears to be against Terrace.
Guys, I think this may be too many men on the line of scrimmage.
Amp Harrell down on the sidelines thinks it's too many players on the line of scrimmage. We'll see what the call is here in just a moment. Obviously, they would... Oh, they called a holding. Okay. And they're going to decline that as we figured they would, so that'll bring up a 4th and 14.
Field goal.
We were talking about the weather before.
Yeah.
It is a perfect night. No precipitation.
Line judge.
No wind?
No wind, yep.
We're laughing up here because the referee is in reverse with his turning the mic on and off. We're going to get a field goal attempt here. You can hear him. 40-yard attempt coming up.
I hope we're not covered under FCC rules.
Make sure he doesn't swear there. Harney, the kicker, it's up, and it is good! Wow. Right down the middle, 40-yard field goal with 3:39 left here in the first quarter. Mountlake Terrace with a 10-0 lead. Edmonds-Woodway will get the ball when we come back right after this.
Seattle Sports on YouTube.
It's amazing.
Have you subscribed? Brock and Salk. Baseball man. Bump and Stacy.
There is always fire.
Wyman and Bob. Phenomenal. Stream the local sports leader live on YouTube. Seattle Sports.
Mountlake Terrace Hawks with a 10-0 lead here on the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors. Steve Willits along with Dave Kostyk, Amp Harrell on the sideline. And Dave, you and I were just talking during the break a minute ago. They decided to decline the penalty, the holding call on Mountlake Terrace on third down. You're thinking they should have done otherwise.
Well, right before that penalty, I was asking you, does Terrace have a good kicker? And you said, yeah, he's pretty good. Then the penalty, we're waiting to see was it a 5 or 10-yarder. When I saw 10-yard, and he's a good kicker, I don't think there's many Wesco kickers that are going to get an extra 10 yards on that field goal. So if it's a close game, the Edmonds-Woodway coaches might be kicking themselves on that.
No pun intended. Or was there pun intended? There we go. Ball is kicked out of the end zone. We keep on with that theme.
Steve, would you like the total for the last drive?
Please, let's hear it. I'm guessing it wasn't very many.
Wilson Mason with 2 yards rushing.
Okay, and they had the 5-yard penalty and consequently the field goal. So again, Mountlake Terrace's defense setting them up nicely twice now as George Gizzy has been strip-sacked 2 different times. Once by Jackson Wallace, once by Liam Moore, and the other one recovered each time the player hit the quarterback. Little run up the middle there, and the Hawks were waiting for it, a gain of perhaps a yard.
Guys, we had a different quarterback out there. That's Andrew Bow, number 4 for Edmonds-Woodway. It almost looked like a wildcat, and they tried to catch him sleeping, but no, sir, says the Mountlake Terrace front.
Oh, very good catch. So Andrew Bow, senior quarterback for Edmonds-Woodway, and we'll, Amp, I don't know which we're looking for you down there. Oh, you're on the Mountlake Terrace side right now. There we go. So not sure if they're just going to change this up for a bit or if perhaps Mr. Gizzy will come back in. Bow going to throw over the middle. Ball is popped up into the air and intercepted. That is Cody Akinayaka running over to the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds on the 21-yard line. 3 possessions for the Warriors here in the first quarter, 3 turnovers.
That I couldn't tell if Edmonds-Woodway receiver dropped it or the Terrace safety got his hand in there and knocked it out.
Yeah, Jacob Ramos was the intended receiver, and that was Jacob on Jacob crime there. Jacob Ramos and Jacob Gomez, the safety, popping that ball into the air, and Mr. Akinayaka ready to pounce on it. And here we go once again. Mountlake Terrace with a touchdown and a field goal in their first 2 possessions, looking to score on their third. Last possession they took over on their opponent 20-yard line, this time on the 21. Great position once again. And this time Mason Wilson's going to keep it himself, spins off of one tackler, dives ahead to near the marker, might be just a bit short on the play. And the 6', 210 quarterback, whose father, Kevin, is one of the coaches on the Mountlake Terrace staff. Going to bring up, we'll give him 8 yards on that play. 2nd and 2 coming up.
You're meaner than me, Willits. I gave him 9, but you got a better advantage.
Well, I was going to go 9, and then I saw where the yardage marker is in relation to the actual chain over there, and I thought, that looks like 2 yards. I don't have my measuring stick with me, but the
1.5, we'll round it up.
The eye tells me differently. A little bit of deception there, as I thought Wilson had the ball for a minute. Fortunately for him, he gave it to Owen Boswell, because if Mason Wilson keeps it, it was going to be a fumble. Boswell gets ahead for a first down, and the Hawks are going to move the chains again, and it looks like it might be just, I was going to say a bit short of a first down opportunity, but it is 1st and goal. Ball resting right there on the 10-yard line. So the chains have been laid down. Hawks looking to try to score for their 3rd time here in the quarter. 1:52 to go. And this time it looks like Wilson's going to get under center. And a whole slew of running backs behind him. The handoff to Boswell off of left tackle. Gets ahead for a couple of yards anyway.
Boys, I think they've changed formations here. They were going with that shotgun back on either hip. Now they went under center and kind of a power I offset left, 3 backs behind him. And now it looks like they're changing the personnel once again. So trying to keep them guessing.
They've been guessing with them a lot. Yeah, they definitely are not running the same thing. And I think that's kind of a Malloy staple to kind of keep everybody off balance a little bit there and ready to go. And great point by Amp Harrell down there on the sideline. Amp's got a good spot down there tonight. Amp from Tennessee originally. I'm hoping that he's warm enough here on a nice, crisp October night. He's not getting rained on. I've been down there for plenty of those. Hand off, sweeping through, and then going right up the middle is Boswell. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Mountlake Terrace. Owen Boswell with his second touchdown of the night. And with 50 seconds to go in the first quarter, the Hawks out to a 16-0 lead with the point after to come. Faked like he was going to sweep, saw a little opening right up the middle there, cut it back in. Had to lunge towards the end zone as he was being tackled across the goal line. And the Hawks extending that lead even more as Kyan Harney once again ready to kick. Harney also a baseball player for the Hawks and Ryan Sells' squad. Ball is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 3 possessions, 3 scores for Mountlake Terrace. They've got the 17-0 lead. We'll step away and be right back. You are watching the game of the week right here on STSPN.
Yeah, I moved over here, guys, because I kept cutting out. I couldn't hear everything, and it's much better on this side.
Yeah, you're coming in clear here.
I know it was my ears. I kept losing you guys.
Mountlake Terrace Hawks cheerleaders down there having a good time on senior night. Many of them getting introduced before the game as well.
I'll be curious to see which quarterback comes out for Edmonds-Woodway this possession.
And Kyan Harney kicking that ball into the end zone, a touchback. And the Warriors coming out for their 4th possession of the night. You're right. George Gizzi with the first 2 possessions. Andrew Bow coming out for possession number 3. And I see Bow on the field, so unless he's playing another position right now, I think we're going to get number 4 back there once again. And if you're just tuning in, Edmonds-Woodway moving the ball nicely on the first drive. They got all the way down inside the 35-yard line of Mountlake Terrace before being strip-sacked. Hawks recovered it, marched right down the field. The next 2 times, Edmonds-Woodway turning the ball over, and the Hawks taking the possession over on the Edmonds-Woodway 20 and 21. And met in the backfield is LaRocca, rather. He's not going anywhere. Hawks starting to swarm there. Liam Moore in on the tackle once again, big number 56. 6'4", 240-pound defensive lineman. We'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Our friend Keith Neely handling the public address duties tonight. Done many a sporting event with him back in the day. In fact, Keith Neely and I, once upon a time, 2013, broadcasted this Mountlake Terrace Edmonds-Woodway game, a game that we put a friendly wager on that required me to get my head shaved back when I had hair still. Ball is thrown over the middle, caught, and tackled right around the 27-yard line. That's Julian Gray getting his first touch of the football tonight. Gray's going to pick up about 9 yards. Julian, one of the stars on that Edmonds-Woodway Warriors basketball team that made it all the way to the state championship last year against Rainier Beach. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. We will take a break. The Mountlake Terrace Hawks leading the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors 17-0. You are watching the Seattle Sports Game of the Week, produced by STSPN Sports.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
Seattle Sports on YouTube.
It's amazing.
Have you subscribed? Brock and Salk.
Baseball, man.
Bump and Stacy.
There is always fire.
Wyman and Bob.
Phenomenal.
Stream the local sports leader live on YouTube. Seattle Sports.
And here we go to the second quarter of action. It is all Mountlake Terrace Hawks so far. 17-0 lead. We showed the Mountlake Terrace cheerleaders earlier. How about the Edmonds-Woodway cheerleaders? It is, in fact, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Got the pink pom-poms out tonight. Love to see that. And now going from south to north, Edmonds-Woodway, and the ball is overthrown. Bow had a receiver open on the play. That was Brady Sargent, sophomore tight end.
That is a big sophomore tight end.
Big sophomore tight end.
Tall.
And a wide open sophomore tight end.
Yeah.
If that ball's a little bit lower, he's got some good yardage on that play.
Yeah.
Shameless plug, by the way, while we're at it, huh? If we're talking about the cheerleaders with the pink, I get to MC the American Cancer Society Strides event on Saturday morning at Boxcar Park in Everett, raising money for the American Cancer Society and breast cancer awareness. So folks, get on down there for that event. And thank you, ladies, for the pink pom-poms tonight. So good to see them supporting a wonderful cause. Receiver goes in motion on the play. That is Nathan Schlack, and they're going to quick kick it on 4th and 3. And a nice roll right along the sideline, staying in bounds beautifully all the way down to the 22-yard line. 51-yard punt.
But there's a flag.
There's a flag down and a punter down, it looks like, too. Owen Boswell has not done a lot wrong tonight. Unfortunately, he would like that one back. And on 4th and 3, it looks like they're going to give the Warriors a free first down there, if you will. Did want to give a shout-out to the Edmonds-Woodway girls soccer team who picked up a 3-1 victory earlier today.
There was also a foul against the kicking team. Illegal formation, 5 men in the backfield. Therefore, the penalty to offset will replay 4th down.
That is bad luck for Edmonds-Woodway. I mean, even if the punter didn't get knocked down, he kicked it 50 yards. So that's too bad for the Warriors.
Yeah, Jeff Sedaris, they're filling us in. 32 is the punter. That's Tyler Yates heading off the field right now. We certainly hope he's okay. It looks like he's able to walk it off there a little bit, holding that left side of his leg.
Well, who's going to be the backup punter? Do you think they're going to go for it?
4th and 3 on the 27. I have a feeling if you're going to punt the first time, you're probably going to punt again.
Unless your punter is injured.
We will soon find out, yeah. Well, you've given the Hawks the ball on your own 20 and your own 21, and it didn't work out very well either time. So 27, I don't know that you want to give it to them there either, but do desperate times call for desperate moments? We'll find out. Looks like we do, in fact, have another punter in. And that is number 43 now punting, Bennett Loeffler. Punt drops down onto the 38, bounces around a little bit, and the Hawks are going to gain 17 yards from one punt to the next. So they're going to take over on the Edmonds-Woodway 39-yard line. 11:32 to go. And Amp Harrell roaming the sidelines down there somewhere. Amp, how is it down there right now?
Oh, it's just about perfect for football, about 57, 56 degrees, light breeze. And even though I'm from Tennessee, I've become acclimatized. I'm down here in the short sleeves. So if you see a guy in silver that looks confused, probably me.
Well, we do see a guy in silver that looks confused, but it's not you. So there's a few of you down there, but great to have you down there covering the sidelines for us tonight. Mountlake Terrace back under center, ready to go. Should say the quarterback in the shotgun formation. That's Mason Wilson there. Hands it off, and this time the Warriors were waiting for him there. Nice job there, and it looks like that's going to be Carmelo LaRocca, running back / linebacker right there to make the play.
And that's Edmonds-Woodway's first tackle for a loss tonight. I was thinking the two major stories of this game, turnovers by Edmonds-Woodway, 3 in the first quarter, and the offensive-defensive line play by the Terrace Hawks, because they've been getting in the Edmonds-Woodway offensive backfield a lot more than Edmonds-Woodway on the reverse, but that was their first tackle for a loss.
And it's not an Edmonds-Woodway thing either. Mason Wilson averages 10.8 yards per carry. Owen Boswell, 9.2. This time Wilson's looking to throw. Penalty flag is down. I have a feeling this one's coming back. Wilson finding some room out to the right. Avoids one tackler, and he's still on his feet. We'll see if this one's going to stand, but Wilson running down the sideline to the 10, the 5, and he's going to be tackled right at the goal line. Doesn't quite get in. 62-yard run rather, if it stands. But that's a big if. That flag was thrown there right at the 30-yard line, right where one of his linemen was engaged with a defensive player.
And the refs are calling him back.
During the run, holding, offense number 55. It's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, second down.
Bacher Khan, one of the seniors, getting called for the play there. And a huge run taken off the board. I guess in a way, sometimes you get surprised by the flag. We saw that one the second it happened. It's nice to see him running down the field there, but I think we all kind of knew that it's all for naught. Save some of your energy, right?
That's true. Unfortunately,
for both teams.
I think if you're Terrace, it looks like the hold was behind the quarterback, away from the play, even though it was on the pocket, so it wasn't that far away from the play.
I have a feeling Mason may not be running.
Hey, if you were a wrestler, I would have given you 3 points for the takedown.
I don't know if that went over the airwaves or not, but that was good stuff. Jeff Sedaris talking wrestling with one of the linemen out there. Said, if you were a wrestler, I would have given you 3 points for the takedown there. I guess it's good to have the refs mic'd up, right? We get to a little insight behind the curtain. So Mountlake Terrace electing to use their third and final timeout here in the half with 10:05 to go. We'll take a quick break and be right back. You're watching the Seattle Sports Game of the Week, produced by STSPN Sports.
We don't really think about it until this happens. Don't get backed up. Call a Wesco Septic Service. They are the sustainable, environmentally friendly choice. A Wesco uses a recycling process that returns clear, clean water. They offer septic service and repair for both King and Snohomish counties. A Wesco Septic Service is a local, family-owned business, so you can count on reliable, environmentally friendly service. Call them today.
Right up here, so I know. .10:07 to go here in the first half. Mountlake Terrace with the 17-0 lead. And looking for more. 2nd and 21 coming up as Archie Malloy on the field there just a moment ago. Malloy, who himself was a pretty darn good football player back in the day. A University of Tulsa wide receiver back in the late 80s. I've actually watched footage of him playing in the Independence Bowl in Shreveport, Louisiana against the Oregon Ducks once upon a time. Right now, Mason Wilson, his quarterback, back to receive the snap. Eli Megan fakes like he's going in motion, goes right back out. Fake the handoff, throw out into the flat. Caught by Megan. Turns to go upfield and is tackled right away. That is Andrew Bow, the now quarterback for the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors, on the tackle on the play. Nice job to contain Megan, to not let him get up any further than he already did. Short gain for the Hawks, and they're now looking at a 3rd and 17. There's Mason Wilson once again getting the call from the sideline. Hawks wearing those black uniforms with the red numbers. An announcer's dream, by the way. Thank goodness for our big screen up here so we can kind of see those numbers a little closer. That was sarcasm, in case you didn't pick up on that. For the numbers and the dark jerseys. Wilson looking to go deep on this play. Overshoots his intended receiver. That was Jackson Wallace, the tight end.
Who is well covered on that play.
Well covered. Nice job by Edmonds-Woodway, not only on the coverage side of things, but also applying the pressure to Mason Wilson. And it certainly seems like Coach Joe Roth and his staff have made some adjustments.
Like I said, they got the first tackle for a loss this possession, and then now technically or non-technically a 3 and out.
Yeah, Roth, a 2006 alum of Arlington High School, played for the Eagles back in the day. Mentioned he was on John Gradwell's staff here for a few years, from 2014 to 2019. Gradwell, who coached here for almost 30 years. Some familiar names on the sideline, too, here. Here's our first kick for the Hawks of the day. Ball's going to land at the 35 and takes a nice Edmonds-Woodway bounce all the way to the 38. So that is a 30-yard kick for the Hawks. And I'm looking at their assistants right now. Dominic Lawrence, whose games I called once upon a time. He also played here for Edmonds-Woodway. Xander Evans, also from the area here. Steve Escondone, we mentioned his kids out here playing. Nick Wood. Marcus Ellis, who came over from the Arlington staff to join Joe Roth. We got some volunteer coaches here too, including Kyle Ben, who was like a 3 or 4 year starter for the University of Washington once upon a time. A really good lineman back in his day. Edmonds-Woodway still with that goose egg up on the board, looking to get something going, taking over on their own 39-yard line. Andrew Bow continuing to play, gets tripped up initially, spins out of it, but he's got other players waiting for him there. Nice job there. That was Andrew McBride who ended up making the tackle. Didn't see who slowed him down, but McBride coming in to finish him off for a loss of a couple yards.
Got a quick injury update for you guys.
There we go. Amp Harrell with an injury update.
Yeah, I could not find 15 George Gizzi, the starting quarterback, anywhere on the sidelines, not on the training table, none of that. But I did see that their punter, Tyler Yates, getting stretched out and checked out. He seems okay.
Well, we should point out to you, too, Amp, Gizzi wearing the number 10 tonight, not the number 15. He has 15 on the roster sheet, and that ball should have been picked, and it's not. Eli Megan knows it, too. Ball hit him right in the hands, and it's one of those plays, and anybody who's ever been a DB on any level knows that feeling. You're not expecting the ball to be thrown right to you, so obviously trying to watch what the receiver's doing, watching his footing, watching where he's going, and all of a sudden the ball's right at your chest. Split second to react, and Eli thinking that if he could have had that one over again, he'd like to maybe even be running down the sideline.
Wonder if it's a little frustrating for the Edmonds-Woodway staff right now. They can't run it, and the throws aren't there either.
3rd and 11, Bow rolling out to his right, throwing, ball's intercepted! Going down the sideline, that's Mo Silla, the senior. Silla still on his feet, fumbles the ball, picks it up, and he scores the touchdown, or does he? They're going to say he stepped out at the 16-yard line. Mo Silla, number 3. He was one of the seniors they celebrated earlier tonight. Look what I found. We just talked about Eli having that ball over on the other side. This time they go to Terrace's left, and Silla with the INT.
Attack for Mountlake Terrace.
And Jeff Sedaris letting us know that the defender did in fact step out of bounds. Let's see if it's going to be at the 15 or 16-yard line. Thereabouts. It looks like they're placing it right on the 16. So for the 3rd time tonight, the Hawks will take over the ball inside the 21-yard line of Edmonds-Woodway. 8:11 to go here in the second quarter. 2 running backs right next to Wilson. Wilson's going to take it himself. Initial contact, spins out of it, and he fights forward and gets a gain out of what looked like it was going to be a loss, or maybe right back to the line of scrimmage. And we got a flag down right around the 14-yard line. We finally got our system down, too, to hit the mute button. So now watch, Jeff won't turn on the mic, right? Murphy's Law, as the officials are huddling right now.
That penalty came in late from the near sideline, guys, so not quite sure what they saw. Could be a hold, could be illegal participation.
Okay, we've got a conference going on right now. Looks like 3 or 4 of the officials trying to square things away, so we'll see what happens here. And by the way, started to talk about this earlier. Mountlake Terrace and Edmonds-Woodway, there is a lot on the line tonight for these two teams. Mountlake Terrace came into the game 5-0 record in league play. And here comes the call.
Number 11 participated without a mouthpiece. That's an illegal failure to wear proper equipment. 5 yards from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
We are hearing that more and more lately, too. Number 11, that would be the quarterback, Mason Wilson, failing to have his mouthpiece in on the play. One of the officials obviously saw it as the tackle was being made, and they're going to push Mountlake Terrace back. So no play. We'll call it 1st and 15 from the 21-yard line. 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Hawks leading 17-0. Handoff off the left side. Boswell carrying a few defenders, and he's finally dragged down at the 16. Back to the original line of scrimmage, so 2nd and 10 coming up. So here's the scenario. You've got a league that has a north and a south to it. Wesco 3A North, Wesco 3A South. Dave, this gets complicated. You ready to take some notes?
North and south.
You got that part right. North and south, and what this league does is after you've played a round robin within your either north or south league, they play the crossover games. Hold that thought. We'll get to that here in just a second. Wilson under center once again. 3 running backs now. A little bit of a wishbone formation. He's rolling out. He's going to throw into the flat. He's got his man Boswell to the 10. Stiff arms, one guy holds out the ball. Did he get in? We're waiting for the call. Touchdown, Mountlake Terrace.
Nope.
I saw one official with his arms in the air, and Dave, you're telling me you saw something different.
I think it's the 1 yard line. Oh, now it's a touchdown.
There, the hands are up in the air. Boswell doing a nice job. Look at that stiff arm right there. Got close to Joaquin Escondón and said, "You're not bringing me down." Holds the football over the pylon as he's going out of bounds. Boswell's third TD of the night. That gives him 17 on the season. Well, there we go. Jeff Sedaris just letting us know that it, in fact, is a touchdown. 7:10 to go here in the second quarter. Makes it 23-0. Now they've got it up on the scoreboard. The scoreboard operator wasn't even believing it. All Hawks here tonight, trying to go 8-0 for the first time in the school's 65-year history. Kyan Harney once again on to kick the extra point. And it is up and through. 7:10 to go. Todd, do we want to keep it here and talk about the playoff situation or take a break? So we'll talk about the playoffs here for a second. So here's what we were looking at. And let's go ahead and kill some of the suspense right now. I'm going to go ahead and give you the scenario if Mountlake Terrace wins tonight. Can I do that?
Yes. Do you want to tell us who's in the South and who's in the North? Or
we could do that. The South Division consists of the 4 schools in the Edmonds School District. So you've got Edmonds-Woodway, Mountlake Terrace, Meadowdale. Linwood actually is playing an independent schedule this year, so their games do not count. You got Shorecrest, Shorewood, and Everett High School, and Monroe High School. So there we go. So I named 8 teams, but again, the Linwood games don't count. They're playing an independent.
Okay.
So 7 teams playing a 6-game round robin, and after this week, they'll have all played each other. The top 5 teams will cross over and play teams in the North Division. Now, here's the way they do the games next week. The 2 number 1 seeds will play each other. Kind of a de facto Wesco 3A championship, if you will. Both of those teams, win or lose next week, are into the round of 32 state playoffs the following week.
But it does go towards seeding.
It goes towards seeding. So you very much want to win that game. And it could be the difference between playing a home game or a road game in 2 weeks.
Yep.
It could be the difference in playing an easier opponent as well. The 2 number 2 teams will also play each other. And here's the kickoff, a short one. It's going to hop at the 17. That's a live football. Nobody on it to pick it up. And finally, a Warrior player falls on it at the 18-yard line. Heads-up play there by Joaquin Escondón. What could have been disastrous for Edmonds-Woodway. So here's where things get. So then you got the 2 number 2 teams playing each other. And the nice thing is they also qualify for the playoffs. So if you finish in either first or second in your division, you're automatically in the playoffs in 2 weeks, regardless. 3, 4, and 5, things change here a little bit. We'll get to that here in just a moment after this next play. Andrew Bow still in at quarterback, so we will try to get an update on George Gizzi at some point. And a little option play there. He pitches it back. Nice job by Carmelo LaRocca. Roca getting out towards the sideline, pushed out finally. Trying to get the element of surprise on the Hawks there. We haven't seen that play yet tonight. And he picks up, looks like we're going to call it about 3.5 yards there for a 2nd and 6. So your 3rd place team in the North plays the 5th place team in the South. The 2 4th place teams play each other, and the 5th place team in the South plays the 3rd place team in the North. So you get some crossovers there. And another carry. The ball, thought it might have come out there for a minute. It did not. LaRocca getting forward for about a yard there, so we'll call it 3rd and 5. So those 3 games I just mentioned, the 3-5, 5-3, 4-4 games, those are loser-out games. Those are, you win that game, you move on to the playoffs. You lose that game, they might give you a scheduled game the next week, but it's not for playoff seedings. It's just to get you through another week of the season. So you want to finish 1st and 2nd in your division. So we got that established, right? Here comes the snap here. Bow looking to throw, and his receiver not ready for it. Wanted to go to LaRocca there, and he wasn't looking. Ball falls to the turf, 4th and 5. So if you're Edmonds-Woodway, you want to finish in 2nd. Well, here's where things are getting very interesting this week. There is a very good likelihood, if Edmonds-Woodway loses tonight, if Meadowdale beats Monroe, and it's a Monroe Bearcat team that's been struggling this year. They got their first win of the season last week. And if Shorewood beats Shorecrest in the Rotary Cup tomorrow, it's always a fun game, over at Shoreline Stadium, we would have a three-way tie for second place. 5:56 to go here in the half. Punt is up in the air. Nice job fielded back at the 38-yard line. That's Aaron Hatfield. Hatfield gets away past midfield and finally brought down right around the 46-yard line. We'll call that a 16-yard return on the play. So if, in fact, all those things happen, and there's a very good likelihood they would, all three of those teams would be in a three-way tie. They would all be 1-1 against each other head-to-head. So those three teams would have to get together next Tuesday night, October 28th, for a Kansas City tiebreaker over at Shoreline Stadium. And seeding numbers have already been drawn. It's completely a random drawing. It would be Edmonds-Woodway and Meadowdale playing what essentially is an overtime. If you've seen overtime in college or in high school, each team gets the ball at the 25-yard line. You play a possession until somebody wins the game. The winner of that head-to-head would then play Shorewood, who would also be there at the stadium, and that would determine the second, third, and fourth seedings, which, again, second seeding is crucial because it gives you an automatic berth into the playoffs. And there we go, a sweep there, and off goes Owen Boswell, cuts back at the 20, and he's finally brought down at the 16. A 30-yard gain for the junior running back, who's having himself a monster night. Sweeping it out to the left. Finally cuts it back there and gang tackled by three different Warriors. Finally brought down inside the 20, and the
So back to that.
Terrace is back in business.
That Kansas City tiebreaker. Shorewood drew a good number because they only have to play one of.
Because obviously there's three teams,
right.
and you can't play three teams at the same time, right? So they drew the lower number, if you will, the higher seeded number. So they definitely have an advantage there. Now again, things could change over the next few days, and Monroe Bearcats, always tough. You never know what you're going to get from them. If Monroe were to beat Meadowdale tomorrow, that would be huge for Edmonds-Woodway, because then Edmonds-Woodway and Shorewood would be in a two-way tie for second, and they would hold the head-to-head. They beat Shorewood earlier this year. Shorewood also has to still beat Shorecrest. Shorewood looking better on paper than Shorecrest this year, but when those two teams get together, and we've seen it in years past.
Are you saying throw out the records?
Throw out the records. The Shoreline Stadium's going to be packed tomorrow night. It always is for the Rotary Cup. But, we very well could have Tuesday football this week, and it could involve these Edmonds-Woodway Warriors and a lot of the fans out there. You might want to be ready to go over to Shoreline and cheer your team on for. I always like those Kansas City tiebreakers. They're fun to watch. Wilson back to pass, throws into the flat. Multiple flags on the field as Boswell catches the football and is tackled right around the 7-yard line. By the way, on the north end of things, Cedral-Woolley has already wrapped up the number 1 seed up there. So if the score stands as it is right now, it would be Mountlake Terrace playing Cedral-Woolley next week, 1-1, up in Cedral-Woolley, I should point out too. So
is that a coin flip, or
it's rotated every year. Okay. So the only game that would be different is that when the 3 versus 5s are playing, the number 3 team here in the south would get to host the number 5 north because they're a higher seed. But when it's 1-1, 2-2, and 4-4, it's every other year. So this year it's the north's turn to host. And a Cedral-Woolley team that barely beat Edmonds-Woodway a few weeks ago on a Thursday night up in Cedral-Woolley. Final score was 28-25. So I've got to think the Hawks are feeling pretty good about that. And, oh, by the way, last year, Mountlake Terrace and Cedral-Woolley were the number 2 seeds, and they had to play each other in that crossover game. Cedral-Woolley went in by 40. So I think the Hawks might have a little revenge in mind if they do get to that.
They may have some game tape to rewatch.
Indeed.
Some inspiration.
So a little meeting out here. And by the way, Ferndale and Mount Vernon are playing tomorrow. The winner of that game will take second place. Loser will take third. So there's a very good likelihood that it could be an Edmonds-Woodway team going up to play one of those two teams.
Number 2 of the defense did not have his mouthpiece in during the play. That's a failure to wear proper equipment. That penalty is declined. It'll be 3rd and inches for Mountlake Terrace.
So Muhammad El-Wassa, numbers have changed a little bit, gets called for not having his mouthpiece in. Second time we've heard that call tonight. The first time went against the Hawks. This time going against the Warriors.
Who caught that last pass, Steve?
It should have been Owen Boswell, I believe, that caught that play. So Boswell's going to get credit for some more yardage yet. Hawks now with a 3rd and 2 from the 8-yard line. Already with a 24-0 lead. Looking to expand on that with 4:15 to go here in the half. And that is Wilson keeping the ball, dives forward, and just comes up short of that goal line. And you can see the frustration on his face as he threw his body back, knowing he definitely wanted to score there. Hawks with the ball in the one. By the way, we mentioned some of the Edmonds-Woodway coaching staff earlier. How about the Mountlake Terrace Hawks here, too? Some very familiar names. A lot of former players here, quite frankly. We've got Griffin Rash, Matt Terwilliger, Mitch Haldane, all playing for Coach Umayam back in the day. You've heard of him,
I remember
right?
Mitch Haldane and the former coach.
And also Mitch Haldane, former college. Do you remember?
Central Washington University.
It's your alma mater. There you go. He was a darn good Wildcat. He was a darn good Hawk as well. From the 1 yard line, they're going to let Mason try to keep it himself. He does. Touchdown, Mountlake Terrace. Hawks now up 30-0 with 3:39 to go here in the second quarter. And Wilson wanted that last play badly. You know that the coaching staff wasn't going to give him a chance to get in there. Also, Dylan Alkey, one of the coaches. We already mentioned Kevin Wilson, who is Mason's dad, the quarterback's dad. Alton Hammond, who I loved watching as a player at Linwood about 10 years ago. He's also on that coaching staff now. Nate Wiley, whose dad, Keith, was a Mountlake Terrace Hawk player and coach. Brandon Luckett and Chavo Camargo also on the coaching staff. And Harney on to kick once again. This one is up and through, and the Hawks now lead 31-0 with 3:39 to go here in the first half. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with more right after this.
I'll have that drive stats.
Okay.
I don't know why I keep taking my headset.
Nearly 10 acres of it. Could it be location? Beautiful Snohomish? That all counts, but more likely it's the Bickford family, committed to the community since 1934. Discover the value, respect, and savings that can only happen at family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish, bickford.net.
$3:39 to go here in the first half. It is all Mountlake Terrace tonight. 31-0 lead. And Harney on to kick off one more time. Line drive shot. It's going to bounce a couple times and finally fielded at the 1 yard line. That's Nathan Schlack. Schlack gets shellacked on the play by Yusuf El Giame, one of the other seniors that was honored before the game tonight. Nice job by number 24. And I believe we're going to see Mr. Andrew Bow out there once again. The senior continuing to take snaps as quarterback. And Dave, you got some stats for us.
Last drive was 44 yards. Cody Ekanayaka had 8 yards passing to Owen Boswell, who also had an additional 31 on the ground with that big 30-yard run. And then Mason Wilson with 5 yards on the ground, the last 5 that got into the end zone.
There you go. So the Hawks with a short drive, a short field again. Been a lot of those tonight. 3:30 to go here in the first half. Mountlake Terrace looking to complete the undefeated regular season. They've been dominating opponents all season long, and that one's not going anywhere. A couple of Hawks waiting for him. Andrew McBride as well as Jackson Wallace. Hawks coming into the game with 293 points on the year. That's just a little under 42 points per game. Fewest point total in the game for the Hawks this year, 29. And oh, by the way, do some quick math here. 34 points allowed this season. So when you outscore your opponents by a score of 324 to 34, it's a pretty good year.
Yeah, averaged out to 41-5 per game.
Domination is what that is. Pass and waiting for it right there is Owen Boswell. Number 25 getting his name called. That's Gage Lynch, junior running back. Clock continuing to run here, 2:36 and counting with a 3rd and 13 coming up for Edmonds-Woodway. And I do want to say that it's unfortunate that Edmonds-Woodway not getting a better showing, but Joe Roth and the staff, they have done a tremendous job this year. Edmonds-Woodway team, by the way, last year that went through some turmoil. Like, you know, their fan base remembers what happened, and John Gradwell retiring after almost 30 years of coaching. A fake there by Bow. Throws down the middle. He's got his receiver open, and he dropped the ball. Lynch, once again, might have been looking up the field, might have been looking to see where the defenders were. Either way, ball falls to the surface, and we're going to look at a punt on the 4th and 12.
Yeah, that's too bad. That's, I think, the 4th pass that Edmonds-Woodway receivers dropped. It's tough enough back there as a quarterback getting rushed every play, and hopefully we still have another half to go, and the Edmonds-Woodway receivers can help get their quarterbacks out of jam.
Yeah, so last year, new coach came into the program, went 1-4, resigned. Gradwell was talked out of retirement to come back and just get them through the season, did so, and then Roth was hired in the offseason. 5-2 record coming into the game, and more football to be played still, too.
And a shot for first place.
And a shot for first place going into the last week. Big hit there as Aaron Hatfield is finally going to go down to the turf. Now, let's see who that was on the play there. That was a big pop. That might have been the pop of the game right here. There's the replay coming up. And that was number 44 for Edmonds-Woodway. Jesse Ray, junior linebacker, bringing some lumber on that one.
What was the ESPN about 20 years ago, laying the lumber, or what was that? They got in trouble. At every Tuesday, they would show the biggest hits of the week.
That was Jacked Up.
Thank you.
There we go. Jacked Up.
The high school version.
Look at you guys bringing back the old 2004, 2003 references. Love it. 1:54 to go. Hawks still looking for some more points. Wilson rolling out back into the flat. He's tried that play a few times and it's worked. This time just throws it a little bit too far to the outside of Owen Boswell. Incomplete, 1:50 to go. And Amp, I think we're going to have you try to get Archie Malloy at the end of the half. And what's the mood like down there? You've been walking around the sidelines. Have you been able to be around some of those Hawks and seeing it?
Yeah, they are fired up, but right now with the ball in Mountlake Terrace's hands on offense, they are locked in. These boys are in it for every play, but every big play, every big hit, it is like a Super Bowl down here.
And Amp, you're a Tennessee guy. Have you been to Tulsa, Oklahoma before?
I've passed through, but I have not seen the Golden Hurricane yet.
There you go, the Golden Hurricane, Archie Malloy's alma mater. And Wilson throwing deep. He's got a man, and the ball is just tipped away. Nice defensive play there. Give credit where credit is due. That was Muhammad El-Wasey. The only time we called his name earlier tonight was when he didn't have his mouthpiece in.
Well, you're saying nice. I'm saying spectacular.
That was phenomenal.
He
saved a touchdown right there.
Good thing he didn't cut his fingernails because he was just able to get that. Nice play.
He got up. He's feeling pretty good about that one.
That one you send to the college recruiters.
We'll be curious here, too. The ball is on the 25-yard line. Harney kicked a 40-yarder earlier that looked like it had a good 8 or 10 yards to spare, so certainly within his range right now. Obviously, the Hawks are thinking a little bit bigger than that, but it might come down to that here in just a second. Ball on the 25-yard line. Wilson sending Cody E in motion. Keeps the ball himself. Nice block there by number 10. Gets up the field. Still rolling and still going on his feet. Lunges for a first down. Needed to get to the 15, and half of his body's across that line. Half with the ball anyway was. The other half wasn't, but it doesn't matter. They're going to move the chains.
The patience these Mountlake Terrace running backs have are amazing. They just kind of wait for the blocker to man up on a guy, and then he goes one way, and as the blocker goes the other.
124 and counting. The Hawks already with a 31-0 lead and looking for more. And oh, by the way, Mountlake Terrace gets the ball first in the second half as Edmonds-Woodway started off with the ball. The running clock rule kicks in the second half at the 40-point mark. Certainly something to consider here. And another pass out into the flat, and once again, Wilson throws it just a little bit out of the reach of his receiver. Nice job by Nathan Schlack that time, putting pressure on the quarterback.
That looked like the third pass out to the flat on the right. The first time we got that touchdown. Mountlake Terrace got that touchdown. The last two were incompletes.
Nice catch there by the ball boy. Did you see that?
I missed that.
Somebody threw him the ball there, and he had to extend and catch the ball right as it was about to hit the ground.
They don't pick nobodies down there to do that.
No,
you
might need to give that kid a uniform and see what he can do here. Maybe in the second half. 2nd and 10 coming up. 1:02 to go here. Shotgun formation and a few guys offsides. Again, high school football, once you cross that line, the whistle blows it dead.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, most of the defensive line. 5-yard penalty, still third down. Correction, still second down.
There we go. By the way, is Jeff Sedaris following STSPN around? Last week you guys did the Bothell-Woodinville game. He was the white hat there too over at Popkini. Must be an STSPN thing. Maybe it's a Todd Elvig thing. Who knows? Todd doing a phenomenal job keeping us on the air tonight. And all the folks in the big red truck outside. Mason keeping it himself. Finally tackled inside the 5. Looks like he's going to get enough for a first down, so that'll move the chains once again. Keep in mind the Mountlake Terrace Hawks are out of timeouts. Use their third and final one at the 10-minute mark in the second quarter. Ball looks like it's going to be spotted right around the 2-yard line.
If they don't get in, if they run, they better hurry up and get back on the line.
He's under center this time. He's going to keep it himself. Trying to push through, still on his feet, and stopped. Nice job by the Warrior defense there. Let's give the big fella there a shout out. Number 56, Edson Belizaire, one of the captains for the Warrior team.
Well, here's the thing.
Wrapping him up down low.
Excuse me, Steve. Sorry.
Sure.
Here's the thing. Clock's running, no timeout.
Oh.
They're going to hand it off. If you don't get it, that could be a huge stop.
And it looks like a tush push, and they did stop him. 11,
and
10, 9. There's no timeouts. Let's see if they're going to rush up. Third down, you can certainly spike it and try to kick it. 3, 2. I don't know if they even noticed the clock yet. 1. And what did we get? I think he might have spiked it with a second. Let's see what they're going to call here. And a little mercy on the Warriors, if you will. 1 yard away from putting up a 37 or a 38 spot. Instead, a 31-0 score here as we go into the half end. Amp Harrell right now trying to get up there with Archie Malloy. Archie doing a nice job of holding his players back while the Warriors go through. Amp, don't get run over by those Warriors, please. Close call there as Amp catching up to Archie Malloy. We'll go down to him here in just a quick moment. And here we go. Amp's ready. Turning the mic on as we speak.
Guys, you got me? Yeah.
We got you.
We're here with Coach Malloy. Coach, thoughts on that first half?
Typical Wesco South football. We look to dominate both sides of the line of scrimmage and impose our will, and we're doing so.
Any adjustments you're thinking going into the locker room?
No, we just got to finish this thing. So, they're a great team. They got a storied past, and so we can't let up. We got to keep going.
All right, Coach, go get them. All right, back upstairs, guys.
All right, nice job, Amp Harrell, and thank you, Coach Archie Malloy. Domination of the Hawks in the first half. It is Mountlake Terrace 31, Edmonds-Woodway 0. We'll take a break and come back with more on our halftime show from Edmonds Stadium right after this.
Seattle Sports on YouTube.
It's amazing.
Have you subscribed? Brock and Salk.
Baseball, man.
Bump and Stacy.
There is always fire.
Wyman and Bob.
Phenomenal.
Stream the local sports leader live on YouTube. Seattle Sports.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
Marines are made for this.
Made for the calling only warriors can answer. Made from an unshakable belief in our nation and a strength that comes from the determination to win together. But you'll have to earn your place among us, because you don't join the Marines. You become one.
We don't really think about it until this happens. Don't get backed up. Call a Wesco Septic Service. They are the sustainable, environmentally friendly choice. A Wesco uses a recycling process that returns clear, clean water. They offer septic service and repair for both King and Snohomish counties. A Wesco Septic Service is a local, family-owned business, so you can count on reliable, environmentally friendly service. Call them today.
Attention law enforcement. You took an oath to protect and serve. To keep your family, your neighborhood safe. But in too many cities, dangerous illegals walk free as police are forced to stand down. Join ICE and help us catch the worst of the worst. Drug traffickers, gang members, predators. Join the mission to protect America with bonuses up to $50,000 and generous benefits. Apply now. Join.ice.gov and fulfill your mission.
Come with us. The new generation. The next level. Sending it big.
You're in for a good run. Let's go.
Come with us to the track, to the trails, to the slopes, to the surf, to the fight, to the race. Look at this! To the 4 a.m. starts. Training harder, pushing further, hitting back. Hard. To the fans, to the followers, and the haters. Come with us to the blood, to the sweat, and the broken bones. Cue rehab. We never.
And welcome back to the Seattle Sports Game of the Week here at Edmonds Stadium. Mountlake Terrace Hawks leading the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors 31-0 at halftime. And joining us right now, the athletic director for the school district, Angie McGuire, an alum of...
Well, Edmonds High School and then Edmonds-Woodway.
I was going to say, you went to Edmonds-Woodway for what, 1 year, right?
I did, yeah. I went to Edmonds High School for 3 and then Edmonds-Woodway for 1.
And you've never really gone too far away. You've strayed a couple times, but then you've always come back to the Edmonds School District where you're now the athletic director.
Yep. Happy to be here and really love all 4 of our high schools. And it's funny because a couple of the students on the way in tonight kept saying Woodway, and I said, no, it's Edmonds. Edmonds-Woodway, can't leave that Edmonds out.
Got to correct them there, right?
Yep.
Well, talk a little bit about the magnitude of a game like this. First of all, you don't always get this lucky on a Thursday night, and obviously you guys have a couple games tomorrow night too, but weather is almost perfect. Game for first place, which we don't always get in the Edmonds School District, and a good crowd on a senior night. It's got to warm your heart a little bit. Maybe the score is a little more lopsided than we'd like to see, but just the fact that the community's out there the way they are and people are having a good time.
Yeah, this is a great night for the community, and I think you said it. I mean, we have a huge crowd out here on a Thursday night, and it works out that there's no school tomorrow, so none of these students have to get up and be at class by 7:20, so that's also a huge bonus. But yeah, it's just a great night. I saw Nayland on my way in, Nayland Suit, and I said, if your day ends and you get to hear the high school band, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah,
it just makes everything better. But yeah, both schools have really strong student sections out and fan bases, and it's a great Thursday night of football in the Edmonds School District.
Fall sports season, so much is going on right now, multiple sports, and everything's kind of wrapping up in terms of the regular season this week.
Right.
And this stadium gets plenty of usage. 4 football teams call this home.
Right.
A few soccer teams also playing most of their games. In fact, you even squeezed in a Edmonds-Woodway-Jackson soccer game before this tonight. So never a dull moment in your life as well as some of your staff members.
Yeah, it was funny because somebody said something about that. You know, we ran a doubleheader here tonight with, actually triple header, JV soccer, varsity soccer, and then varsity football. And I said, well, we run doubleheaders every Friday night at the Edmonds Stadium. So I think it's cool, really cool to do it with girls teams as well. So you go doubleheader soccer, football is fun. That was a great game too. But yeah, we're a busy stadium, and it's just fun to see the community come out, and even people that are alums or just want to come out for something to do on a Friday night or Thursday night.
Talk a little bit about the two coaches that are out here tonight too, because you were involved with both of them coming on board here, and the fact that Joe took over a program that had some struggles last year that maybe people weren't necessarily expecting, and he's done such a wonderful job of bringing everything back around and getting everybody involved. And then Archie doing a fantastic job over at Mountlake Terrace. Kind of nice to see those two doing what they're doing and putting both their teams in a position to battle for first place this late in the season.
Oh, it's awesome. And I think Joe has come in and done a great job and has a strong staff. And, you look at what Archie's done in his time at Mountlake Terrace, and it's remarkable. I mean, it's just remarkable. And he has a phenomenal staff. And you just can't ask for anything more. They give everything they have to their student athletes. They really do. They give everything they have off the field and on the field, and you see it. So it is fun. It's fun to be a part of.
So we're on Thursday night. You mentioned the kids aren't in school tomorrow, but the staff members will be working hard.
Right.
And there's a lot going on this weekend. I don't know where should we start. You got a couple football games here tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with swimming. And this is kind of neat also when you got 4 schools. The Edmonds School District Championship meet always takes place right around this time of year, and that's happening on Saturday.
Yeah, I think one of the unique things is we're a big district. We're a 4 high school district and the biggest in Wesco. And so when we have events like the ESD cross-country meet that we had last week was just a ton of fun, and all 4 schools competing. And then this Saturday at the Linwood Pool, we'll have the ESD girls swim meet. And it's just a tremendous event. And to see... they are competing against each other, but they really come together and support each other as members of the same school district. So it's fun to be. Those are always my favorite events. We had a middle school cross country meet yesterday over at Meadowdale Middle with all 4 middle schools, and those are just awesome. They're just it's a feel good when they're all Edmonds School District students competing with and against each other, and yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I think people sometimes tend to forget that when you're an athletic director of a school district, it's not just 9 through 12.
Right.
You do have the middle schoolers in there too.
Yeah. Middle school cross country is where it's at.
Yeah.
I mean, if you haven't been to a middle school cross country meet, you should go.
A lot of chaos.
A lot of fun. Yeah.
Well, and also we've got cross country coming up. I guess the Wesco Championships over at Granite Falls this weekend.
Yes.
Okay, so we got our runners going out there, and a tennis tournament that was held just right here on the school grounds not too long ago.
Yeah, I popped by there yesterday, and actually Joanne Fakuma, the Shorewood athletic director, she ran that tournament and did a great job running it. We had a lot of our student athletes do really well, and that one's a little bit challenging because they run it during the middle of the school day, but the weather held and we got it in.
Yep.
And
not always the case in October.
It's not always the case, and what's remarkable about this tennis season is we had 1 rain out the entire fall season, which that's just in my world that's a big win.
Well, and speaking of which, ideal night for a lot of other sports too. Soccer going on over at Linwood High School, which is a beautiful facility for anybody who's never been over there to see a sporting event. Hosts quite a few of these teams for soccer matches, and you had a senior night there last night. Always fun to see senior nights, whether it's football tonight, soccer last night, and so many parents getting involved with that too. Not only staff members, but booster clubs, and I've got to think that kind of warms your heart a little bit to see that.
Yeah, I think we celebrate these senior nights, and it's great, but what you're really celebrating is the entire village that was a part of these student athletes getting to where they are when they are seniors in high school, and we recognize them here. Like the seniors tonight from Mountlake Terrace, like every single youth football, basketball, baseball coach these students had that helped shape them to get them here. That's part of what we're celebrating, which is what I think what makes it so special is we are celebrating them as seniors, but it's really the entire community that invested time and energy into these student athletes.
I wanted to give a shout out to you and some other folks as well too, not to single out just one school, but being a part of that Edmonds community, and whether it's Edmonds-Woodway or Edmonds-Woodway, and the storied history that goes back 100 years now. The fact that you guys have put together such a great Hall of Fame, and so many of those names you kind of forget about almost over time that go back 60, 70, 80 years, and the traditions that have come out of this area. Kind of fun for you to see some of those people get their names and the recognition finally, still getting it out there all these years later. And
yeah, like Fred Scholl being
I was going to ask you
finally
about Fred
inducted
Scholl,
into the
Snohomish County Sports Hall of Fame.
I did say finally, but being inducted into the Snohomish County Sports Hall of Fame.
Longtime coach in the area.
Longtime coach at Edmonds High School and Edmonds Community College. Just done a lot for the sport of baseball in the area. And I think anytime, I know, Mountlake Terrace has a great Hall of Fame, and they, they do a great job of really building and maintaining that history, and I think our other schools are doing similar things. And so, yeah, it is my goal, like anytime we can get any of our Edmonds School District people nominated or inducted into the Snohomish County Hall of Fame or the WIAA, I think it's important that we continue to honor the legacy that exists in all of our community, our school district community.
So far tonight, smooth night for everything. I know you were running around up there wearing many hats and going all over the place.
There's a lot of people here, and it's a great night. But yeah, it is. I'll probably go back and rewatch the game film because there's a lot of different things going on. So, but yeah, what a great night for the school district and community. And we had, I don't know if you saw our assistant superintendent down there doing push-ups, and Nayland was doing push-ups.
Was that Greg doing push-ups?
Greg Schwab, Nayland Sood,
former college football all Pac-10,
and Sharalee, Mathews-Malloy, all at the same time. And I think at that time it was 17, and they really did a great job.
So are they going to continue? We need to put the camera on that if that happens again. Is that still?
I think that they choose different people each time. But I just wanted to make sure everyone knew that happened because it was a highlight.
Well, Greg
really
played
good.
college football back in the early 80s, and he still looks like he could play athletically. So, well, Angie, again, thanks for coming up here, and you guys do a fantastic job. Shout out to your staff, too. I know you don't do this all by yourself with so many different events going on, whether it's people checking tickets at the gate, announcing at these events, crowd control. You've got a really good support crew there, and a lot of these folks have been with you for a while.
Yeah, Rich Pettick, who's our events manager, he runs everything at the stadium, and his staff is amazing. And Kat Lewis, who's our office manager, she does everything as well. But we just appreciate you guys being here tonight, and always appreciate everything you do for our local sports and promoting our student athletes. Like, is there anything better than being here right now?
You can't beat it on a night like tonight. The weather's been ideal.
It's
maybe a little better football game, but nonetheless, fantastic time, and we always appreciate talking to you. So, Angie McGuire, thank you so much for coming up here.
Thanks for having me.
We'll let you go down, and perhaps, I don't know, maybe if Terrace scores another touchdown, you'll be doing the push-ups.
No, they have other people.
Okay, they're already lined up. So that's Angie McGuire, the athletic director for the Edmonds School District. We're going to take a break. When we come back, second half of action coming up right after this.
How is it that Bickford Ford in Snohomish is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford store? Maybe it's the Ford F-Series, America's most popular truck brand for 48 years. The extensive inventory, nearly 10 acres of it. Could it be location? Beautiful Snohomish? That all counts, but more likely it's the Bickford family, committed to the community since 1934. Discover the value, respect, and savings that can only happen at family-owned Bickford Ford on Bickford Avenue in Snohomish, bickford.net. How is it that Bickford Ford in Snohomish is Western Washington's #1 volume Ford store? Maybe it's the Ford F-Series, America's most popular truck brand for 48 years.
Goes back to pass, looking, now getting pressure, and he's taken down!
10. Does he get in?
He dove in!
No, they have him at the 1 or 2 yard line.
McGee, left side, stiff arms, gets out of bounds. Hands it.
No, he's going to keep it, and he gets absolutely drilled.
Donovan going for it all. He's got a wide open man. Boom, touchdown, Spartans!
I'm Kristi Noem, the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. Thank you, President Donald J. Trump, for securing our border, for deporting criminal illegal immigrants, and for putting America first. President Trump has a clear message for those that are in our country illegally. Leave now. If you don't, we will find you, and we will deport you. You will never return. For too long, weak politicians left our borders wide open. They flooded our communities with drugs, human trafficking, and violent criminals. They put American lives at risk. Well, those days are over. If you leave now, you may have an opportunity to return and enjoy our freedom and live the American dream. But understand this. Under President Trump, America's borders are closed to lawbreakers. Follow the law, and you'll find opportunity. Break it, and you'll find consequences. The choice is yours. America welcomes those who respect our laws, because a strong nation is a safe nation.
And welcome back to the second half of action here at Edmonds Stadium. Wesco 3A South on the line. It's on the line, or is it? We'll see. Mountlake Terrace already doing their part to put Edmonds-Woodway away in the first half. Edmonds-Woodway with 24 minutes to try to fix it. Actually, probably have fewer minutes than that just to try to get something going. Unfortunately for them, they're kicking off right now. Mountlake Terrace takes the kick. Cody Akanayaka returning the ball just a little bit past the 20-yard line. And that is where the Mountlake Terrace Hawks will start to begin the third quarter of play. Edmonds-Woodway with the ball first tonight. Drove down and got to the Mountlake Terrace 35-yard line. It looked like they might be getting ready to go into score. Quarterback sacked, fumbled. Mountlake Terrace picked it up, drove down the field, scored their first touchdown of the game. The next two possessions for Edmonds-Woodway, they turned the ball over, both with inside the 21-yard line, giving Mountlake Terrace a short field two straight times, and Mountlake Terrace built a quick 17-0 lead. They put two more touchdowns on the board in the second quarter, and that's where we stand. A little movement there before the snap, and the whistle blowing the play dead. Mountlake Terrace starters looking like they are still in the ballgame for the time being anyway.
Prior to the snap,
here we go.
False start, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Look at Jeff Sedaris. I think he's figured it out finally. Turned it on right in time. We finally figured it out ourselves here too with the mute button that I should have been using on him earlier. So Mountlake Terrace with a 1st and 15 on the 16-yard line. Nice of Angie McGuire to join us at halftime. If you missed the interview, you can always go back and watch this later. Eli Megan with his first carry of the game. He caught a pass earlier. That one's not going anywhere. Nice job by Edmonds-Woodway sniffing that one out. You can see Nathaniel Iglesias celebrating that one, along with number 4, Andrew Bow. Loss of 2 on the play for the Hawks. 2nd and 17 coming up. Did mention there were 2 football games here tomorrow night. Meadowdale playing Monroe. That game at 5 o'clock. And Linwood playing Annie Wright. Again, they're playing that independent schedule. And David Harris, if you're out there, I'm rooting for you. Linwood head coach David Harris, an alum of Linwood. I know he and his staff have been working hard all season long. Mason Wilson going to take off running this time. Gets out past the 25, dives out towards the 30. He's going to be brought down at the 29-yard line. A gain of 15, which will bring up a 3rd and 2 coming up. And Wilson running for over 150 yards and scoring a couple touchdowns against Edmonds-Woodway last year.
Well, this could be a big stop for Edmonds-Woodway. Going to the end of the first half, they get a goal line stance. And they got to think, if we just get rid of the turnovers, we'll be back in this game. So this could be a big stop for them.
3rd and 2 coming up, 29-yard line. Wilson takes the snap, handoff going to Boswell, finds a little room and then some. 50-yard line, cuts it back, still on his feet, finally tackled at the 38-yard line. A gain of 33 on the play. And the junior pumping his chest, feeling good. He had 3 touchdowns in the first half, and for a brief moment, thought maybe he was going to go for number 4. And Mountlake Terrace wasting very little time here. They go right up to the line of scrimmage. Wilson in shotgun formation. 3 receivers set. We haven't seen that too much tonight. Hand off to Boswell once again. Continuing to fight forward. He's going to get to the 35. Good to see we got some folks out there watching tonight. I was told that members of the Meadowdale coaching staff checking us out. Dustin Gesvehausen, longtime assistant there at Meadowdale, along with Quentin Bourget and Ian Newsom are watching us tonight as they get ready for their game with Monroe tomorrow. Meadowdale defeating Edmonds-Woodway this year on a touchdown with about 15 seconds to go a few weeks ago in the Jam the Stands, or depending on which school you ask, stand jam game. Wilson tackled on the play there, brought down, and we got a flag on the field.
Also have some Edmonds-Woodway football alum watching in Ellensburg and Roslyn tonight.
There we go.
During the run, illegal low block, offense number 55. That's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, second down.
That's going to move that one back. Jam the Stands or Stadium Jam. I corrected myself on that one. So the big Edmonds-Woodway Meadowdale rivalry game every year. Rubber chicken if you're a basketball fan. We got some big fellas out there right now, as Todd Elvig pointed out to us. Diagre, 6'2", 350. That's a mountain of a man right there. Getting down into a stance. 2nd and 21 coming up. Megan goes in motion. They fake the handoff, a little flip pass forward, and reading it perfectly on the defensive side of things is Nathan Gabrimelk. Haven't called his name yet tonight, fortunately for me, because I think I butchered it.
No, he did. Nate did a great job staying home. You know, he didn't chase to his left. He stayed home, and then the running back ran right into him. So good tackle.
Did what he needed to do there, keeping it at a no gain. 3rd and 21 coming up for the Hawks. Just a little more than 3 minutes into the third quarter. First possession of the second half. And Mason Wilson once again in shotgun formation. Kanayaka lined up right next to him. He's going to pass this time. Looks down the field over the middle, throws it over the outstretched hand, and just getting a hand on it is Andrew McBride. McBride may have saved an interception on that play, so nice job by him. Almost he wasn't trying to play defense, but in a sense he did.
I think he saw the safety behind him, and then just put up his right hand to knock it away.
Nice job by him, and punting units coming on one more time here. I believe that is Liam Moore back to punt. And these numbers here are a little bit tough to read at times. Snap, the kick is up. Nice job there. It looks like he's going to pin it. No, I was going to say inside the 20, but it goes out of bounds, and let's see where they spot it. 26-yard line, so a 24-yard punt. 8:24 to go. We'll take a quick break. Edmonds-Woodway with their first possession of the second half coming up right after this.
Seattle Sports on YouTube.
It's amazing.
Have you subscribed? Brock and Salk.
Baseball, man.
Bump and Stacy.
There is always fire.
Wyman and Bob. Phenomenal. Stream the local sports leader live on YouTube. Seattle Sports.
And here we go. Ball's on the 26-yard line. I think every announcer says that in this day and age. Happy to get guys' names right. Experienced that in all sports and all genders. 8:24 to go here, third quarter. Edmonds-Woodway with their first possession of the second half. Andrew Bow still in there at quarterback, and he is not going anywhere. Tried to scramble out to the left, and he is met by a handful of defensive players.
Gentlemen, I got an update.
Ryan Pineda in on the tackle there, and Amp Harrell with an update for us.
Yeah, so I did find, once I finally got the jersey number correct, I did see number 10 getting some coaching from the coaching staff, but didn't appear to be injured, but does not look like he's coming back into this game.
Interesting. So we'll have to follow that, maybe not tonight, but throughout the week. Again, Edmonds-Woodway, at some point you start to recognize you might have a bigger thing to play for here. Coming up in just 5 days on Tuesday again, good chance there's going to be a Kansas City tiebreak over at Shoreline Stadium, so perhaps Mr. Gizzy being safe for that. Ball up in the air and just a little bit over the hands of the outstretched, I believe that was Cruz Escandón that time. Senior wide receiver. Haven't had a chance to call his name yet tonight. Of course, brother Joaquin wearing the number 9. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 15 from the 21. 7:34 to go here, third quarter of play. Trip set out to the right side. Bow in shotgun formation, takes the snap. Pump fakes, throws outside there. And the ball is almost intercepted. Andrew McBride reading that one perfectly. We just mentioned Cruz Escondón with a catch on the last play. This time, younger brother Joaquin Escondón is the intended receiver. And McBride didn't bite on the fake, waited for it, stood his ground, playing a little center field there.
Yeah, I was going to say it looked like left field getting a fly ball, yeah.
Gave himself the best chance to catch that one. And that'll bring up 4th and 15 now, so a quick 3 and out for the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors. Hawks ready to receive the punt there. And the ball's going to bounce and head out of bounds, and let's see where they spot this one. Kicked it from their own 21-yard line. Nice kick all the way down to the 28. Some quick math, 51-yard kick on the play. And Mountlake Terrace will start their second possession of the night at the 28-yard line. Still holding on to that 31-0 lead. And again, Mountlake Terrace, it looks like they're going to be heading up to Cedro Woolley next week. I would imagine it's going to be a Friday game. 7 o'clock start time, 1 versus 1. Todd Elvig's asking me what I know about 4A. I know a little bit about 4A. We'll talk about that one here in a little bit, too. Lake Stevens dominating the Wesco 4A scene with Glacier Peak holding on to the number 2 spot. They might also have a Kansas City tiebreaker coming up. Nice job by Mason Wilson, the running back, in a very late flag. That one came flying in after the play, about 10 yards away from where the tackle was made. So a 13-yard gain on the run. And let's see what the call is down on the field.
Everyone's walking back, so it looks like against Mountlake Terrace.
During the run, holding, offense number 5. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
So there we go. Going to try that one all over again. Todd Elvig, do we have some shirts we needed to throw out in the crowd too? Or okay, are those rolled? Or we might have a little fun here at some point in the third quarter here. We might try to get those here at our next commercial break. Todd's got some shirts. Do we have a little camera up here? Will we be able to get people if they're trying to catch shirts? Oh yeah, well we got the window open over here. Maybe we'll have a little fun with it. See what kind of an arm we have. We meaning probably you. Maybe I'll let you throw them. 1st and 13 at the 25-yard line. That was a spot foul. Wilson fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it himself. This time going to the right. Finds some room outside and tries to cut the corner. Finally forced out at the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 on the play, which will bring up a 2nd and 3.
Can I give a little respect to Jeff the ref and his crew here for something you guys might not know up there?
Please do. Jeff the ref, Jeff Sedaris, the white hat tonight. What do you got for us, Sam?
These gentlemen are out here still in short sleeves. Your sideline reporter went for his coat. Both cheerleading staffs have put on their hoodies or jackets, and these guys are out here with the gun show. No harm.
I'm not seeing very many guns out there, but I am seeing the short sleeves. And yeah, they're running a lot too, so that certainly helps. Handoff up the middle. Boswell might have lunged forward for 2 yards on the play. Needed 3 for the first down, so we're going to have a 3rd and short coming up. And yeah, always great when we've got these officials here. Many of which, not tonight necessarily because it's a Thursday night, but a lot of times on the Friday games, they're short-staffed. They'll do double headers. It's like 6 hours of running around out there.
Tonight would be a perfect night for double headers. I don't know about tomorrow.
I don't know that I'd want to do a double header any night. And Todd Elvig instructing you to grab some shirts, sir. I think we're going to have some fun here in just a moment. 6:07 to go here in the third quarter. You didn't know we'd put you to work like this.
No.
Here we go. And another run coming up from Wilson. This time finding a little space. Gets the first down and then some. Off left tackle there. Finally gets brought down at around the 43-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 6. Moving the chains once again as the Hawks moving the ball down the field and eating up clock. 2 things that they're happy to do right now. I'm kind of curious. I haven't seen these shirts in a while, so I'm a big blue duffel bag that Todd Elvig brought up here. We usually have Todd mic'd up. We don't have him mic'd up tonight, so we'll see what he's got here. Oh, here come the goodies. Here comes another snap, by the way. Mason Wilson sending, I believe that's McBride in motion. The handoff. Goes to Cody. This time he starts to slide his way up the field. Cuts it out to the left side. Pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. And another first down for Mr. Ekanayaka.
Yeah, and I love the play design of that one, guys. They motioned the tight end or the wing to the right. They went with a fake of the fullback give that way. Cross trap coming back the other way, wide open for a first down.
Amp sounds like a coach. I love it. Nice job, Amp. Thank you very much. Looking good in that flannel down there, by the way. We can see the gray shirt is gone, like you said. The flannel jacket now in play. Hand goes up. And this one's going to be Owen Boswell. Almost got hit right at the line of scrimmage. Somehow he avoided missing the would-be tackler and gets forward to the 40. Oh, here we go. What do we got? STSPN Superfan shirts. Watch the game on STSPN. Do you have a camera we can put this on right now? Should we wait a second? Here we go. Looking stylish, looking good. I'm wearing my pink tonight, by the way, for breast cancer awareness.
Power set, gentlemen. Power set.
Power set. There we go. Amp calling the formations while we get the camera ready to go. And there goes Ekanayaka one more time. Ahead to the 36-yard line. And Mountlake Terrace right now just imposing their will, doing whatever they want, running the ball, taking up clock, and moving the ball down the field. There's the shirt right there. It's almost too dark to show, isn't it? There we go. Watch STSPN fan shirts, and maybe here at the maybe during the next break we'll yell off the window and get some people ready for this. What do you think?
I want to give credit to DeAndre Desgaret on that run. 6'2", 350, and a Diet Coke.
350 and the Diet Coke. Yeah, don't forget that. Yeah, Desgaret doing a nice job there tonight. 3rd and 2 coming up, 3:44 to go. Wilson keeping this again. Flags go flying in multiple places as I think Mason even recognized that and also didn't want to give up the body too much. A gain of 7. Actually, it would be a gain of 10 if it stands, but I think it's not going to stand as well.
If there's too many players on the field, normally when that ref calls it back there, he's not going to call a formation.
The back judge threw a flag, and also we had one at the line of scrimmage here, too. So could be multiple fouls here. We'll see what's going on. Todd still into his bag of tricks over here.
His folding technique.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both on the offense. 2 men in motion, that's an illegal shift. That penalty's declined. During the run, holding, offense number 56. 10 yards from the spot from the previous spot. Replay 3rd.
So there you go, Mountlake Terrace getting a little bit of a challenge, if you will, here in the 3rd quarter. They're going to move that one back. The first down carry gets wiped out as the ball is placed right around the 47-yard line. 3rd and 12 coming up. We mentioned a lot of sports, by the way, with Angie. We did not mention volleyball, so give a little shout-out to them as well. Got a couple good coaches for both of these schools. Alex Packard, the Mountlake Terrace coach, and Bart Foley from Edmonds-Woodway. Edmonds-Woodway sweeping Mountlake Terrace in 3 sets last night. Handoff goes to Boswell, sweeping out to the left, to the 30. He's got room. He's got the end zone. Touchdown, Owen Boswell. 47-yard scamper right down the sideline. A 4-touchdown night for the junior running back. Got past a couple of tackles and went right down the left sideline for pay dirt.
Guys, being down here at field level, I had the best and the worst angle for that. But when he got out of my sight, when he got obscured by all the black shirts on the sidelines, I knew it was gone because this whole team knew it was gone. That was the gut punch from the Mountlake Terrace Hawks.
Yeah, I think the gut punch might have come earlier, but certainly that might have been the ultimate dagger right there. 37-0 lead with 3:14 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And a defensive player there getting a nice jump on that one. That was Muhammad Elwasa there, who
wanted to get his name called.
He definitely got his name called by jumping about 3 seconds early there and actually managed to block the kick, unfortunately for him. The whistle was blown because of him.
Encroachment, defense number 2. That penalty's half the distance. Retry.
Move the ball from the 2 to the 1, and we'll try this all over again. How does that sound? We got somebody yelling go for 2 up here. I think in a 37-0 game, a little bit of sportsmanship being shown by the Mountlake Terrace Hawks staff as they're going to kick the extra point here in just a moment. Trying to make it a 38-point game is Mr. Harney, getting a lot of practice at these PATs this year. Again, they average 42 points per game. Got himself a field goal earlier tonight, too. Getting that much closer to their average right now. The kick is up. The kick is good. And with 3:14 to go in the third quarter, the Hawks extend the lead. It is now 38-0 in favor of Mountlake Terrace. We'll be right back with more right after this. Oh, here we go. And here we go, the kickoff coming up once again. The Mountlake Terrace Hawks getting used to having their kickoff team on the field. Fielded cleanly at the 10-yard line, running it back to the 30. Flag does fly, and still on his feet and fighting for more is Nathan Schlack, finally brought down at around the 36-yard line. We'll see what the call is there. I saw something fly through the air anyway. Maybe that was not yellow, but let's see what we find out here in just a minute. We got the shirts in hand, Dave. Again, we're up here in the booth, looking for somebody to throw to, and quite frankly, I recognize a few of these people out here, so maybe in a minute when we get a chance we can yell out a name or two and try to get somebody a
help
shirt.
if you're left-handed the way the window's going.
That's true. Well, I can actually throw right to my right here, and I've got a pretty open shot here, so got a few of the fans that are actually getting up to walk down, some of the students that came up here to sit away from the other student body members. Maybe get a coach or another parent here in just a minute. Hand off right up the middle. Edmonds-Woodway still trying to fight and still trying to get something going here tonight. And a gang tackle there is Gage Lynch, number 25, on the carry. Nice job by Lynch to pick up about 5 yards on the play. And Edmonds-Woodway wasting no time. They want to get something going. They are right back at the line of scrimmage, ready to go one more time. A carry off the left side. And following forward, that is Carmelo LaRocca getting up close to that line, or the first down marker. They're 3rd and 1 coming up. We got Jody Wallace over there. Jody came up to the window here a little while ago. Jody, a former Mountlake Terrace assistant coach, PE teacher at Briar Elementary locally here. And there's a nice lunge forward for a first down for the Warriors. I believe that might have been LaRocca again. Jody Wallace, by the way, the community that's listening right now, they know this. He runs a unicycle program at the elementary school over there. He's got like 30 or 40 kids involved. They go around and perform at other schools. Phenomenal. Great stuff for the elementary kids. Another run right up the middle there and stopped. The big fella getting in on it. Amp, what did you see there?
Well, I was just going to point out specifically, you were talking about that elementary unicycle club. They perform in parades as well. They perform all over the community.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a top-notch program. They're constantly out there practicing before school, during school, out on the blacktop. It's fun to watch. And Jody, very much all about the kids and does an outstanding job in the community here. And actually, I think Jody might be a fellow Tennessean there, Amp. So another friend of yours there, perhaps. We'll introduce you guys one of these days. 3rd and 8 coming up.
It is a small world, after all.
That's what I hear. That's what I've been told when I go to Disneyland. 3rd and 8. Ball at the 50-yard line. That was pretty bad, wasn't it, Gabe? Here we go.
Dad jokes are coming.
150. Yeah, the dad jokes are rolling when it's 38-0. Little double team there as Bow rolling out to his right. Fires down the field. First down, completion made to Zachary Gizzy. We haven't heard his name in a while. The older brother of the starting quarterback. And another first down for the Warriors as they have now driven into Mountlake Terrace territory. And
injury timeout.
We've got an injury down on the field.
Timeout for an injured player.
And while he is down being tended to, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back right after this.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Andrew McBride, the injured player for the Hawks, and he is up and moving over to the bench right now. Got up and walked off on his own. That's always a good sign. The sensational Sabora Dean, as we like to call her at Mountlake Terrace High School, the athletic trainer over there, taking care of him. Two outstanding athletic trainers, by the way. Sandy Metzger for Edmonds-Woodway and Sabora for Mountlake Terrace. Both have been doing it for a long time and always happy to call their name out and give them a little recognition. And Carmelo LaRocca one more time with another carry. He gets ahead for 1 yard. Edmonds-Woodway still fighting to try to get on the board here tonight, late third quarter. Oh, and we might have a plan here. We're going to try to get some of these T-shirts out. Todd, you going to take your camera out? You want to keep it here during the third quarter break and throw some shirts? Okay, so Todd's going to try to take a camera out.
That was movement.
We're going to try to throw some T-shirts into the crowd. Big run for Edmonds-Woodway, but a lot of movement at the line of scrimmage. We think this one's coming back. Nice job on the play. That's Nathan Schlack getting the big rush. Nathan in last year's game between Mountlake Terrace and Edmonds-Woodway with a 94-yard touchdown
had
run.
5 men in the backfield. That's an illegal formation foul. 5-yard penalty. Replay the down.
So with 37 seconds to go. When it rains, it pours. Edmonds-Woodway, when you finally get something going and all of a sudden you're going backwards again.
And that negates an awesome pancake block by Edson Belazaire, 56.
So Belazaire getting a nice shout out there. Way to go, Amp. Clock running once again. 33 seconds left in the third quarter. And keep in mind, stick around after the game. Amp will have a player of the game interview on the field. Maybe get a coach interview as well. Nice job fighting for extra yards there. Again, we mentioned it earlier. Edmonds-Woodway not giving up any too easily right now. Nathan Schlack with yet another carry. He's going to get beyond the original line of scrimmage. They were at the 44. They're now at the 36, so a gain of 8 on the play. See if they get another snap off before the end of the quarter. 5 and counting, and it looks like Edmonds-Woodway is going to let the clock roll out. We're going to keep it here because as we speak, Todd Elvig, our executive producer, has gone outside the studio, and I think he's using his camera. He's getting his camera set up. We couldn't go to commercial if we wanted to. Todd pushes all the buttons. Getting set up so that he can get video of us throwing shirts up here into the crowd of the STSPN fans of the game. So we'll wait for Todd to give us a cue here. I have a feeling he's getting... There's Todd. He's way over there right now. If I had a camera, I could show you guys. But and actually, there he is. Todd Elvig. I don't know how that's happening, but he's got somebody pushing the buttons. Live sports media. You see the back of his head there. Oh, he's letting the kids know. And what kind of an arm does he think we have? He's telling the kids way down there to get ready for shirts. Or is he...
I mean,
yeah, he's going to throw them himself. Okay, I didn't realize he took a bunch with him. There we go. Look, they're clamoring for it. See if they can look up here right now. The Mountlake Terrace student body section over there. Not sure what the heck he's talking about, but you know what? Neither are we half the time, so it's all good. And again, a fun and festive crowd. They've had a lot of good times this year. Again, getting ready to go 8. No, there goes some shirts flying through the air. Look at that. Throwing them at the back of people's heads. That's okay, though. They'll start to figure it out here in a moment.
The T-shirt cannon Squatch had would have come perfect right here.
We'll explain to the kids later who Squatch is. Fourth quarter is now underway as the camera goes back over. The 5-tool player, everybody.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, everyone except the center. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Everyone, do you get multiple charges for that? Everyone except the center.
That's the third time he's done that.
Jeff the ref doesn't mess around. If you're off, he's calling you for it. It's a lot of numbers to remember for a official who's got a lot of responsibility down there. Todd Elvig, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, a nice clap here as he is back up from throwing T-shirts into the crowd. The human T-shirt cannon. He's now the 6-tool player. Nice there, sweep out to the right. Tackle made by the Hawks as number 25, Gage Lynch with a carry. Got going to bring up a 4th down in about 10 yards. Edmonds-Woodway, again, the only drama really left. Will they or will they not score tonight? 11:30 left in the ball game. Still got looks like a combination of starters and non-starters for the Warriors at this point. Obviously, Andrew Bow, who's been playing quarterback since the 3rd possession of the game, in shotgun formation, trips out to the left, one out to the right. He's looking to the left, throws as he gets hit, overthrows all of his receivers, and no doubt a big factor in that, Jackson Wallace, the sophomore, whose name we've called a few times, putting the pressure on him, hit him as he was making the throw, a turnover on downs, and the Hawks will get the ball back again once more time with 11:08 to go. And we were talking off air a minute ago, when did the Hawks start to go to their backups? Not quite yet. You can see Wilson still out there. Akanayaka running onto the field. It looks like Owen Boswell also out there right now. And this might be where Archie Malloy makes a change. He just called a timeout, so we'll see what happens.
That's their first of the half. They have 2 remaining. 45-second timeout.
So 11:03 to go in the game. We will take a quick break right now. We'll be back with the exciting conclusion. Again, we've got post-game interviews coming up, so you do not want to go anywhere. Stay tuned for the last 11 minutes right after this.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back, and you know that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Here on the team, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone.
Mountlake Terrace back on the field with their offense. Mason Wilson still under center. And we are underway here again in the 4th quarter. And there we go. Cody E. with a run. Every once in a while we get lazy, and we've got another flag here. Let's see what the call is here in just a moment as a couple of the officials having a quick little meeting out there as they get ready to let Jeff Sedaris make the call.
During the run, holding, offense, number 55. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
So a moral victory, if you will. We were wondering at the end of the first half how quickly Mountlake Terrace was going to get to the running clock, almost scoring, coming within a yard of scoring their 30th point before the half. Edmonds-Woodway doing a nice job of, like I said, staying in this ball game, or at least
there was like a couple big plays by Mountlake Terrace that really just flipped the field and either scored or put them in easy scoring position, yeah.
And if you are Edmonds-Woodway at this point, again, you've got some big football games coming up still. You might have a game you're not expecting to play on Tuesday with that tiebreaker. So certainly coaching moments, a chance to work some things out, a chance to get better, and that's exactly what they're trying to do with this. And they've done so in the second half, only allowing 7 points thus far. Snap from Wilson, hands it to Boswell. Boswell upended right around the 38-yard line. Looked like Superman there for a brief moment as he caught a little bit of air. Gets a gain of 8 on the play. You should have, I didn't write this down earlier. Todd Elvig, any more football games this weekend for STSPN? Todd gets a Friday and Saturday off, which is a rarity this time of year. Hardest working production guy in the sports business right here. Constantly going out, bringing high school sports to the masses. Wilson takes another snap. Hands it off. Cody E. with a little run to room on the left side. Down the sideline. Finally pushed out at the 41-yard line. Going to pick up a gain of 21 on the play. And the Hawks once again continuing to move the chains. Oh, we're looking at shirts up here still.
Christmas is coming.
Who wants one? Here we go. We got a... This looks big even by my standards. 2XL. That's for me, he says. Okay, I'm not quite there yet, but okay. Let's see what I'm a good cheeseburger away from probably being there. So perhaps by the end of the night. We'll see what happens. 9:02 to go and counting. The Hawks continuing to matriculate the ball down the field in the words of Hank Stram. And I think we're going to get a timeout called by the Hawks.
Timeout. Mountlake Terrace. That's their second of the half. They have one remaining.
You heard it right there.
Full timeout.
58 to go. We'll take another break. We'll be right back.
We don't really think about it until this happens. Don't get backed up. Call a Wesco Septic Service. They are the sustainable, environmentally friendly choice.
You don't have another game
A
this week,
Wesco
huh?
uses a recycling process that
game?
returns clear, clean water. They offer septic service and repair for both King and Snohomish counties. A Wesco Septic Service is a local, family-owned business, so you can count on reliable, environmentally friendly service. Call them today. We don't really think about it until this happens.
And we're back again. 8:53 to go here in the fourth quarter. Mountlake Terrace holding on to a 38-0 lead. Owen Boswell, look at him go. He could go all the way. A 5-touchdown night for number 22. There's the exclamation point. There's the running clock, too, by the way. Owen Boswell. I thought he was going to go down 2 or 3 different times. Look at that. We had Beastquake, now we got Bosquake. That's a Bosquake run right there. Stiff arms one guy, rolls off of another. All the way. Do we have yardage, by the way, up here tonight? Or are we just kind of keeping... He's got a lot. How does that sound?
Oh, you want Boswell's total for the night?
Well, at some point he's got it. Yeah, I mean, five TD night is not too bad, by the way. And a point after one more time coming up from Hanley. I saw Mom down here having a pretty good time, cheering him on earlier. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 45-0 is now our score. It is all Mary Mountlake tonight. Hawks 45, Warriors 0. We'll be right back.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
He says, yep, do it.
So O-line and that 5-touchdown performance.
That's what you got, 240?
Boswell.
Wow.
240.
That's a pretty good night. Is that just rushing?
Dave
Kostyk doing a little math during the break here. Again, we should point out, no offense, Dave, we got our papers all spread out here. Very unofficial for us. We're not statisticians, right? Owen Boswell, what do you got for yardage?
240 total, all 8 in the air, the rest on the ground.
So 232 rushing, 8 receiving, 5 touchdowns total. And there is Gage Lynch doing a nice job of bringing that ball back beyond the 35-yard line. And we're being told Harrell, if you're down there, you're going to have some fun down there. It's more than one guy that's going to win a shirt tonight.
Absolutely. Adrenaline Fundraising Player of the Game shirts going out. Do we want to spoil the surprise?
I'll leave that completely up to you. I will say multiple shirts.
Yes.
Multiple recipients. Should we let people stick around and watch for that?
Oh yeah, I think they should tune in to the post-game show, and we'll also have a chat with the coach.
There we go. Archie Malloy.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, receiving team number 90. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down, Edmonds-Woodway.
Who is about to do something with the running clock going, yep, so the clock is still moving, of course, when you get that 40-point lead. Something that has never been done in 65 years of Mountlake Terrace High School. You and I both know this because once upon a time we wore that jersey. We didn't wear it as well as Owen Boswell did.
Yeah, when
some would say we shouldn't have been even wearing it.
There's another record has a 0 in it. That's not the first time.
Dave and I graduated from high school together. And in the 4 years we were in high school, Mountlake Terrace's varsity team won
5 games.
5 games, 4 of which came in one season.
However, one of those seasons was strike reduced.
Yeah, so we had 4. That would have made a big difference, right?
Hey,
I think it was our freshman year. The varsity team got outscored 124-14. It was a good thing. It was a strike.
We were hitting our stride at the end of the fifth
yes,
game.
I'm sure. Almost got into the end zone a third time, right? Six minutes in counting there. So yeah, we've experienced some bad Mountlake Terrace football, and certainly this is not one of those. Nice job starting to get some backups in here right now. Starting to call out some other names. Jackson Kennard, sophomore, little catch and run there. Nice job for Mr. Kennard. One of the bigger plays of the night for the Warriors. Gets a 21-yard gain on the play. And at some point, Mountlake Terrace needs to start getting a little bit of love for the top 10 rankings. They're kind of on the cusp right now. They're always on the, if you go to like Varsity WA or any of those, it's always top 10 and then the other teams that didn't quite make the cut. And right now, Mountlake Terrace is kind of in that range. 3A is just always loaded, though. Nice pass and catch there is another name we get to call out, Jacob Ramos.
But to answer your original question, which I was a little snarky.
Frozen?
What happened?
We'll keep calling the game just in case. We think we're frozen off the air, but if you're still listening and by any chance out there, 4:49 to go here in the fourth quarter. Hold that thought, because I can tell you have a good one. We'll make sure we're back on there. A little end around right there. Nice job by Jackson Kennard getting his name called again. So the audio, I'm told, is still going. So we're still on, folks, but we'll bring you some radio days call right here in just a moment. That's one of my favorite things of the night right there. One of the officials just tried to throw the ball to the other official to spot, and Ryan Pineda, one of the linemen for the Hawks, just happened to be running by, and it landed right in his hands. He wasn't sure what to do, and he hot potatoed it for about 3 or 4 times, finally caught it, gave it to the official, who then had to throw it to the official again.
They don't know what to do with those.
Just needed that little dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Keeper there by Andrew Bow, and he is going to be brought down as he barely gets back up to the line of scrimmage. Clock now showing 4 minutes and counting. And Tall Tom Lafferty confirming that he can still hear us. God bless Tall Tom Lafferty. He's still watching this game. 45-0 score.
No, he's not. He's listening.
He's listening. There you go. Amp points out to me he's not watching. He's listening. That's indeed true. Tom with a game of his own. .219 and counting. The suspense. 2:19 and counting. The suspense is killing those folks. They can't get on right now. Throw out into the flat. Oh, should have been intercepted right through the hands of a would-be Mountlake Terrace defender and then caught on the far side of the field. And unfortunately, our camera shot that we were using earlier to get our players over there is also frozen, so couldn't tell who caught that pass. But nonetheless, Edmonds-Woodway now driving here. And now the audio's back.
Guys, that may have been Samuel Isaac, who is number 12 from your view, but just Samuel Isaac to everyone else's.
There you go, number 12 in your program, number 1 in the hearts of the Isaac family, and he gets a catch. 1:35 and counting. The ball is now on the 11-yard line. Pass down to the 2, to the 1, into the end zone, and a shutout no more. Speaking of Samuel Isaac, guess who? Touchdown catch for Mr. Isaac from Andrew Bow, and with 1:26 to go in the game, the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors, not to be denied tonight, are on the board.
Well, I got to say, we're up in the other side of the stadium. The Edmonds crowd got really loud on that one. So
and that's what you love about high school football, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the crowd has not gone anywhere. A lot of them wearing pink tonight, again, in honor of breast cancer awareness.
And they don't have class tomorrow, so they get to sleep in.
Don't have class tomorrow. Great group of students on all ends here. We should point out, too, you're in Edmonds-Woodway JV tennis coach here.
It's my first season here, with the boys. That was fun.
Good year for you guys all around?
Oh, yeah, it was a very good year.
Coach Anderson and the crew over there, so nice job. And, yeah, we did, matter of fact, I wrote down a few names here since we got a moment while there's a break in the action. I think we're still on audio-wise. Waiting for my next Tom Lafferty text. Appreciate you, Tom. I did write down a few names here. So some Edmonds-Woodway and Mountlake Terrace tennis players who made it through to the district tournament next week. You had to finish in the top 5, either in singles or doubles, to advance from Wesco 3A South to Wesco 3A overall. Kind of a Shorewood dominant year, though, right? Quite frankly, but a few. I might mess up his name here. Naulu Okiana from Edmonds-Woodway took 3rd at the districts. Stephen Valmeyer, plays for Mountlake Terrace, took 4th. So they are both heading to Snohomish on, I believe it's Monday and Tuesday, to play up there.
Coach Joel
Boyer, who's going to be running that tournament, always does a great job. And then on the double side of things, it was Mountlake Terrace versus Edmonds-Woodway for the 5th and final double spot. Mountlake Terrace Hawks winning that one. Owen Smith and Brandon Vaughn heading over. And I guess the 2 other guys, Joe Manano and Will Spear from Edmonds-Woodway, are the alternates. So if somebody comes down with a cough on Monday morning or doesn't feel good, they might still be playing. We'll see. So congratulations to all those guys. 1:23 and counting. Hawks are going to fair catch the kickoff here. Oh. And I would imagine Coach Malloy is going to instruct these guys to go out there, take a knee, and walk this one off. 65 years later, Gordy Bushlack, coached back in the 60s and 70s. I'm doing this off the top of my head. I might miss one. We had Jerry Curtis in the late 70s. Coach Penna, Coach Greg Olson. We had Coach Norton, played in the NFL for a little while. University of Washington coached this team. Andy Bush, Alex Brashkoff, who still coaches locally here, coaches over at Shorewood right now. He was a head coach at Mountlake Terrace. The great Tony Umayam. You were the best man at his wedding, by the way.
I was, yes.
You weren't necessarily the best man at the wedding. You were the best man in the wedding. But none of them went 8-0. Archie Malloy, the first one to do it. Congratulations.
It's about to get cold out here, boys.
Oh, and there we go. Archie just got a ice bath, and of course, I think we're definitely not audio or video on the air. We might be audio still. I'm told by Tom Lafferty we are still on audio-wise, so we may not get video of it, but at least Amp Harrell will be able to do some interviews.
Yes, sir. And who should we try to grab? The wet coach first?
Let's do that. Let's see what Todd wants to do here. Take a break while we try to resolve this, or do we want to go down to Amp? Okay, we're not going to be able to resolve the video portion of it, so I think audio-wise, if you want to talk to Coach Malloy, I'll leave that up to you, Amp. Whoever you get to first.
Yeah, I'll get Coach here. He's having a little bro hug moment. Yeah, he's got to go shake hands, and then we'll take care of business here. Let me go notify the boys if I can do that.
Okay, and make sure we get some photos too, because we won't be able to get them on camera tonight, unfortunately. So at least we'll get some photos and make them feel better, and we'll make sure that we get that out over the social media content. So we apologize for the video thing tonight, but nonetheless, a fun way to broadcast a game on a Thursday night as the Mountlake Terrace Hawks winning the Wesco 3A title for the first time in school history. Should have yelled out Kelly Dugan's name too, by the way. We missed one over there. Hawks coming to celebrate with their fans right now, running over as coaches are still meeting out over in the middle of the field. Want to wish Joe Roth and his staff and squad all the best wishes next week.
Guys, I think we're ready.
Okay, let's head on down to you, Amp.
All right, we are here with the head coach of the Mountlake Terrace Hawks, Coach Archie Malloy. First of all, congrats on a big, hard-fought win. How's this one feel?
You know what? It feels great. At some point during that game, we knew that we'd impose our will. We play a brand of football that travels very well, and it yields results usually in stadiums like this on Thursday and Friday nights.
All right. Now, are you aware of the significance of this win overall and in the legacy of Mountlake Terrace?
Absolutely, I'm sure. We know exactly what we play for. Each week we look to go 1-0, and we understand we made a lot of history starting from 5-0 through right now.
Absolutely. First perfect season in school history, I was told upstairs. Perfect regular season, I should say. We got more work to do, right?
Absolutely. We got more work to do, and we don't run from it, we run towards it.
Now, talk to me a little bit about your linemen specifically. They're the ones that control this game, control the line of scrimmage, offense and defense, and you had some big boys making some big plays.
Well, you know what? We pride ourselves in that, and anytime you strap them up and play this great game of football, the line of scrimmage is what's important. We control both sides of the line of scrimmage, and it's been that way for the majority of the year. It's the brand of football that we look to play and we expect to play.
Now, special teams played pretty well as well, and they don't get enough love.
No, you know what? Special teams is that third component of the game, and we understand that, and we hold ourselves accountable on special teams. And you know what? Our kids come out and they play. We got a hell of a kicker.
Yeah, one more question for you. You had a running back score, I believe it was 5 touchdowns. Talk about his play.
You know what? Owen Boswell is just an absolute beast. And, you know, he takes pride in running behind that offensive line that blocked for him. And our offense, you know, once we get clicking, we got 5-6 people we can put their hands on the ball and can do something dynamic. The biggest part of that, though, is everybody has their hand in the pile each and every week. And we don't worry about results. We fall in love with the process.
All right, Coach, I'm going to let you trust the process and go maybe get a nice warm towel.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, that's Coach Archie Malloy. Congratulations on the big win, and we'll send it back upstairs while I go find some players.
Sounds good, Amp. We should let you know, too, we did just get video back, so nicely done, and we were able to get Archie on the video component of that as well, so if we can get the players, now we can actually show off those shirts. So Amp making his way over to the players. A lot of those players shooting off fairly quickly, by the way, so hopefully we can get some more of those guys out here. He's talking to one of the coaches right now. Again, the cheerleaders having a good time. It's their senior night, too. Each one of them right now, I love seeing this sort of thing here.
Yep.
Each of the seniors, they have banners made for each one of them. I don't know if we can get this on. We do have it on video right now. Each one of them grabbing their banner, and the rest of the ladies are having them pose with their banner as a group. So that's kind of a neat moment. There's something they will certainly never forget. So always fun there. They're continuing to do that. Great banners, by the way, of all the players down there, too, the seniors. So a big night for them. Big shout out, and what a way to end your senior year. Dave, we mentioned it earlier. This team was averaging close to 42 points a game. They exceeded that tonight.
Yeah, like I say earlier, if you like close games, this is not the team you want to watch. But I'm assuming we're going to the playoffs now, and it's almost like it's a brand new season with opponents you're not going to be used to. You may have to travel across the state. So we'll see how focused this team is on just practicing, getting ready, and then going to the game.
And I think I can almost guarantee you if you beat Cedar Woolley next week, you will probably have a home game here in 2 weeks. You might get one regardless. But Amp, I don't want to throw down to you yet, but it looks like you just about have some guys ready to go there. The big fellas are back out here. I recognize a few of those faces from
Absolutely.
school.
And I was trying to find, that's one of the reasons I didn't tag in just yet, but I was trying to find my 6th shirt because I know I got a large for a large and in-charge performance of number 22. But let's first talk to these linemen, and with jerseys off or half off, I'll just let you guys introduce yourselves, and let's go around the horn here with our co-players of the game. Who we got?
Liam Moore, left tackle. DeAndre Gray, left guard, senior.
Colin Belcourt, center. Ryan Pineda, right guard.
Bakar Khan, right tackle.
And with five touchdowns running behind this line, who we got here?
Owen back. Owen Boswell.
Owen running back. All right, so let's look up here. We got the camera on us, and so we got some shirts. I got to find where my other one ran off to. I don't think I ran out from under it. But first of all, you had yourself a heck of a game, bud. How'd this one go?
It went great. 5 touchdowns. It's all thanks to my linemen, of course. Yeah.
So, they were opening up some holes, but then when you got in space, you were finding an extra gear. What went into your mind when you were going through this game?
Just the disrespect Woodway constantly had. I just had to bring it. I had to bring it, and I feel like I did.
All right, now let's talk about these linemen. Now, it's a hard thing in this day and age to find a group of dudes that are willing to line down and hit some other dudes in the mouth, and you guys had some fun tonight. Talk to me about how this one went.
Hey, physicality is our calling card. We're physical at practice. Yeah.
You got to want it as much as everybody else. If one lineman falls, we all fall.
Best line in Wesco.
Coach says it after every game. If the line scrimmage wins, we win. So.
Hey, all credit. I give a lot of credit to my coaches. My coaches always coaching me up, telling me to stay low, always staying on us in practice, on all of us. So it's all to the coaches too.
It's so fun to fly around with these boys because I know if I fly around, I know they're going to fly around as well. And so I trust them.
Now, did you guys prepare for this game any differently than any other game?
No, we just came out. We were physical all week at practice. It was a little shorter week, so we had to hit a lot, and we did, and we brought it.
Now, do you guys play both sides? Do you play defense as well?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Now, talk to me about the defense, bud.
Hey, defensively, you know, I always got my coaches on me just trying to stay low and make a play, right? So I just got to make sure I keep that motor up.
I got to come out as aggressive as they want it, so I got to beat them to it.
No, any final thoughts? I know you guys got to enjoy this and got to celebrate, and we got to get some pictures with some shirts. But any final thoughts here, Double Deuce?
Nah, W.
Hey,
that's another W.
Amp, if I could you ask Liam Moore directly behind you who his favorite all-time substitute teacher is?
All right, Liam Moore. We got a Liam Moore here. Okay, who's your all-time favorite substitute teacher?
Oh, Mr. Willits. Mr. Willits.
There
I
we
love
go.
that guy.
Good
He
answer,
is
Liam. Good
hilarious.
answer, Liam.
He's my favorite guy.
He is prepared.
There's
All
my
right.
player of the game right there.
There we go. I'm going to toss it up to you guys, but I'm going to hand out some shirts, hand out some laundry, and again, try and figure out where that other one went.
Who is Mr. Willits?
That would be me.
Oh, that's...
Oh, number 56. He's number one in my heart right now. Again, congratulations to those guys. Happy to see both of these teams having big years. And Edmonds-Woodway, rough night tonight, but you know what? They've got a lot to play for still. Again, they're still trying to lock up that number 2 spot. They might lock it up tomorrow night without even having to play, so we'll see what happens. But wishing them the best. And those guys, by the way, look at that, holding up those shirts right now. DeAndre, the big fella, even. Is that going to fit him?
It'll fit.
Ryan's got his up. Liam's on the end there. Liam with a strip sack and also a fumble recovery, too, on the offense. So well done, guys. And Owen Boswell, again, getting it done. Man-child running the Bosquake.
What I liked probably most about that interview is when he interviewed the offensive line, they were all in position. It was left tackle, left guard, right guard, right tackle. It was.
They're thinkers. So, again, the final score tonight, Mountlake Terrace 45, Edmonds-Woodway 6. I want to thank everybody here. Want to thank Todd Elvig. He did a fantastic job getting us on the air again in the fourth quarter when we were having some struggles. This guy can do it all. He is the 5-tool player, and he's passing out shirts along the way. And Harrell, fantastic job down below. Dave Koscheck.
That was fun, Steve. That was
done
great.
This in a while. Thank you for doing this, and thank you for all the folks back in the big red truck helping to make this happen tonight. So again, final score: Edmonds-Woodway and Mountlake Terrace. The Hawks defeating the Warriors 45-7. Signing off and wishing you the very best, not only tonight but all weekend long.
Goes back to pass, looking. Now getting pressured, he's taken down.
10. Does he get in? He dove in. No, they have him at the 1 or 2 yard line.
McGee, left side, stiff arms, gets out of bounds. Hands it.
No, he's going to keep it, and he gets absolutely drilled.
Donovan going for it all. He's got a wide open man. Touchdown, Spartans!